What is going on, y'all? It is every other Wednesday night on Three Star Draw and Krusty Old Crow. It means it's time for the backyard battlefield. And that is, of course, with me down south 77, Three Star Draw, and
Yeah.
I didn't
Got it.
realize you were waiting for me to play it before you introduced
I
yourself.
never know because as soon as I open my mouth, that's when you hit play. So I've stopped lately.
Uh, yeah, typically. So yeah, it is about that time. So I will tell you guys right off the bat before we go through a lot of pleasantries. We kind of patched this one together, coming up with something to do, and we actually got a kind of fun idea, and then stuff fell into our lap today, as we know. So we're going to talk about that, but
That's right.
go ahead and let everybody know. So what we did was NCAA tournaments going on, Final Four, all that stuff that neither one of us remotely care about at all. But I thought it would be fun to do a Final Five and five because you got five people on a basketball court at one time. So we both put together a Joe squad and a Cobra squad, and we're going to talk about who's in it, why they're in it, and how they would fare in battle. And we'll work out the kinks of that when we get there. So we got a couple different concepts and want to know what the chat thinks about the guys that we've put together. So,
There we go. Maybe
uh,
we can let the chat decide who beats
I,
who in that kind of situation.
I think that will be fun because, as I mentioned, we did not think it through a whole lot. So,
Oh, you didn't. I was up all
uh,
night with stats, figures, and whiteboards.
yeah, you got the thread line going from here to here.
I watched
Uh,
I watched Moneyball 4 times in a row till I got it. Then I
I've
realized
never
that was
seen that.
baseball.
Never seen that show.
It's actually really good.
Everybody seems to like it. I just never had any desire to watch it.
Yeah.
So, what have you been up to today, my man, up there in Canada? What's going on?
Well, right now I have my son is back from Costa Rica. He went there with his mom last week, so they're back and
Nice.
full of amazing teenager stories and things like that. But right now he's up in his room playing guitar. My son's taking guitar, so you see the earbuds in. I'm protecting myself, but he's actually got a little knack for this, so I'm kind of like going, "Oh, this is kind of cool," listening
Oh,
to a
that's
kid
cool.
learn guitar fast. So.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Uh,
good. So, do you play? Have you ever played or tried playing?
No, I used to play stringed instruments in grade school, but I mean, I haven't played through high school or beyond after that, so it's not anything he's getting from me really at all.
Okay.
But no, aside from that, just figs reviews, and then I started doing the file card reviews again, and I've been working on that, and playing around with AI a little bit to try and do it conservatively instead of
Hmm.
saturating it. That's a hard dance, eh?
Yeah, don't you know AI bad? Don't you know? So
Oh
I've
yeah,
created a monster. I'm like Marshall Mathers.
well, it's AI is just to me, it's like what is it? It's like using a different color marker to color something in. You're still going to use the other markers. You're just using that one too.
Yep, it is a tool, and like any tool, it can be abused. Um,
Yes.
I went to work today. That's that's about it. So, just another Wednesday, but it is the end of the month, and I'm almost done with my stuff for the month. So, kind of coasting a little bit. So tomorrow I'll be taking the long way between places.
hmm And we didn't mention, but there is Joe News today. We did glaze over it, right? Yeah, we
Oh
sent
yeah,
pictures
we,
to you. So
yep, we got it.
yeah.
And we're gonna talk about that. I got actually a couple news items that um have actually popped up over the last week. So let's go ahead and say what's up to the chat. Dave Triple D's Dungeon saying who threw down the first like this guy. And I will say Dave let me know about 40 minutes ago that this stream was not on my channel. Like it was showed up on Crows. It wasn't on my channel. And I tried to set up the reusable studios on StreamYard, and it is kind of a pain in the ass. So long story short, I had a little bit of an issue making the stream public. I went in and I did it on YouTube, but I couldn't do it on StreamYard, and apparently the change did not translate. So I could see it all along on my YouTube, but nobody else could see it. So Dave let me know, and I messaged Crow. I said, "Hey, can you get in the studio?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm in here now." It's like, "All right, well, the hell with it. I'll figure it out later." So if you're wanting to watch or looking for it on my channel, that's why you didn't see it. Let's see. We got Billy Butch is in the house. What is going on? He's checking in both places.
Thanks,
Uh,
Billy.
Crayon Slayer's in the house. And there's Dave saying, "That's better. Glad you figured it out." I didn't. I just went live and there it was.
Yeah.
Uh, Derek Holloman is here. What's up, Derek? Got Ronnie Trickshot is here. What's going on? Let's see. NorCal Voodoo Toy Box. What's going on, NorCal?
Yeah.
Ultra Mensch from Super Dave to here. Gonna be a good night. I hope so. I hope so. SCS Dogs in the house. What's going on? Aloha.
Yeah, Super Dave hit 250 subscribers today, so he had Woody on there earlier. I was in the chat with him talking for a bit.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah,
He'll
congratulations.
double that in no time.
I'm surprised it's taken him this long to hit it, just because he is everywhere.
Well, everything is slow to grind when it comes to GI Joe. There's a lot of us out there, right? So it's just they just come in different waves.
A lot of fish in this pond.
That's true. It's very true.
Soul Brother number 1 saying, "Hey, what's good, brethren?" Hopefully be getting to see him this weekend. We'll talk about that here in a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be good.
SCS Dog says, "Is this like picking a COD squad, Call of Duty squad?"
Well, I mean, yes, but I picked it with the designation mission of winning a basketball game.
Yeah. I had a pretty good squad when I played. If we could all get together and actually play, I think the best Call of Duty squad that I ever had was some guys that I met when we were playing Vanguard, which was got a lot of crap, but Vanguard was actually really good after they fixed the bugs.
So the first tour I did to Afghanistan in 04 at the camp, they had a trailer full of computers that were just for the troops that were back to come and play games and do the gaming stuff on. Like it was like something like 20 computers all back to back. And at the time it was Battlefield 1942 had a desert mod patch. So you just come back from living in the desert for 2 weeks, you're back at camp for 1, and you spend about 5 of those 7 days playing this video game.
Think you'd want to get away from it, but
no, it's just way more exciting than being out there and seeing nothing but desert sometimes, right? So,
and when you got shot at, it wasn't for real.
at that time, that tour wasn't the one where we got shot at, so it wasn't as bad. Yeah, we didn't play it on the second tour.
Okay. Let's see. We got Chad Farr is here. What's up, Chad? Let's see. Joe Ara is here. Watched a little bit of those guys earlier on the podcast from the pit. Joe was on there with Casey. Let's see. Stephen LaRoche. Hey, fellas, looking forward to your thoughts on the latest reveals. We're going to give them.
Oh, I'm going to dump them.
We're going to give them. I have some thoughts. So let's start with Billy was in Kandahar.
Hey, Billy.
Yeah.
16-18, closing her out, eh?
Let's see what we got on. You got any new toys? Let's do that part.
I did. I got Zap and I got the Crimson Guard, female officer, but I've shown videos on that and people have watched them. If they're in this chat, they'll probably watch them, but I haven't done a video on this. And my God, I'm so tempted to, but I'm probably not till I get other ones. But the McFarlane 6-inch, the new McFarlane articulated 6-inch line, this is the Connor McDavid Team Canada one that they did. These are surprisingly cool.
Hmm.
You can pose these like leaning into a turn, doing, cross skate poses, whatnot, because he's got this cool little device that can come on or off the stand that locks the blade of the skate really good. And
That's
all the articulation is there from right from a classified figure, like arm swivel, double pinless, well, not pinless, sorry, single pinned elbows and knees. But I mean, everything's well done. I was actually surprised. And it does actually look like Connor McDavid, which I was happy to see. But and they even come with these little pucks you can lose. I've lost one. They come with two.
that's why it's like tripwires mines.
Yeah, so I'm looking for some, some of the Leaf players for sure, and some of the Canadian ones. But I buy a lot of these. I think they did a really good job. This is McFarlane coming
Yeah.
down to 6-inch instead of 7, and making hockey players articulate as opposed to the statues that we're used to seeing on the shelf.
Yeah, the old sports picks wasn't much posing to those guys.
No, and even some wrist pivot there, like we would with our Joes and our guns,
Yeah.
right? So that he can manipulate hockey sticks the right way. So you can do a lot with these players, like
Do
single
you
skate
think
posing. Like,
you think there's any way you could customize one of those with a
oh,
Joe since they're in the same scale?
I mean, you could probably do something with it. I don't know. I would leave that to guys like Savage Land or Tony Figs to figure out. Really, I mean, I don't think there's that much interchangeability, and then you're kind of sacrificing Hasbro's pin system. They do double pinless, and this
Yeah.
is single pin in the elbow, right? It just works because hockey players are bulky with their equipment, so you're already going up trading off mass, right? So,
Yeah.
but I thought they were surprisingly good for. This was like brand new and already on a GameStop clearance, so I paid like $12 for this thing.
Oh
And I
wow.
would have, yeah, and I would have easily considered this a probably a 25, this Canadian money. So, $20 US, I would have thought that would be worthy of that price for what they put on there.
Yeah, I haven't even seen any of those here. I
He's
don't
done a
know
few. So
who would
I'm,
carry those now.
yeah.
Maybe Target.
Yeah, and that's just it. It's kind of like talking to some guys, they're like, I am not even sure in the McFarlane catalog where these are showing up to order them in. So I know he's done Matthews and a few of the big names, right? Like Ovechkin and a couple others, I think. So I'll try and hunt them down. And if I hunt down enough of them, then I'll do a video about them. But till then, I don't think a lot of Joe fans are huge hockey fans in the majority, right? So
That's pretty neat. SCS Dog saying, is he 7 inches on with the skates? Does that bring it up to 7 inch, or
no,
is
here
it?
I'll put him. Here he is next to. We'll put him next to Tomax. So if I put
Oh
Tomax
yeah,
on the base with him, like
yeah.
right
And
there,
Tomax is they're
and
not huge figures either.
sorry,
So
he's not standing up straight though. Like take the bend out of his knees. So yeah, I mean the skate's a couple of extra millimeters of height, but you're still dealing with the 6-inch line. There goes the other puck.
oh no, oh no,
No, it's fine.
oh
It fell
no.
into a box. We're good.
I couldn't ask for better than that. So
Yeah.
um, let's see. We got Evil Dookie jumping in saying liked on both channels. Thank you, Dookie.
Thank you,
And
Dickie.
Dork Shop saying they're on Amazon.
Oh, are they on Amazon? Okay,
Yeah,
so there you go. They'll have to. Canadian Amazon and US Amazon have different things going on, I find half the time. So I'll track more of them down, like I said. The only thing I wish they did have is an alternate head without the helmet.
yeah.
You know,
Like a fighting head, like the extra Chuckles head. That'd be
so
sweet.
maybe some fighting gloves, or well, not fighting gloves, or the ability to drop gloves and put just fisty hands on there. Like, yeah.
That'd be pretty neat.
But yeah, I know it's also because it's hard to capture the full likeness of a player when you have a helmet framing their entire face. Like that's a small palette, but if you could add in more on a helmetless, it'd probably sell the figure better for the sports enthusiasts that like, no, yeah, I want a head profile of my favorite player, right? So
Yeah, I
hi,
think I
Cooter.
do too. Got Cooter's Garage joining us, and there's Bobby saying it's a shame Hasbro's starting lineup started off so expensive. Would have liked to seen another sport characters come out. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if anything, it showed that there's definitely a market there for a lot of the toy collectors too, right? Like there was a ask for that.
Yeah. Ronnie Trick Shot saying the hockey ain't the problem in Australia, it's the ice.
Yeah. It's water polo in Australia, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
What line is the hockey? Is it still called Sports Picks?
Hang on. I had the box somewhere.
Dookie wants
I
to
never
know if we
find it
have
when I'm
one.
looking for it.
Right.
This is the one
Yeah,
that
me
just
either.
it says it's a single red box. It has the Connor McDavid, like the Team Canada. There it is. Here, this is the box that came in. So this isn't the core line that has all the other players. This is the Olympics one. So it's like a variant of them. But they'll be in boxes like this, I imagine.
Yeah. Well, if we know they're on Amazon, Dookie, I guess just hop on Amazon and just probably hit McFarlane Hockey, and it should probably pull it
Yeah.
up.
Considering the number of figure retailers at Joe Fest, I won't be surprised if I see a couple on someone's shelf there. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's such a mix of stuff there. So
Yeah.
Billy Butch saying I have his old hockey ones, all flyers. The glue wore
Yeah.
out, the limbs are falling off, but they're so detailed. They looked so good. Man,
Yeah.
all of the sports picks, but especially the hockey ones looked so good.
Yeah, I had another company, Dragon Imports, did them for a while, and Toys R Us was carrying them. So I got the Leafs lineup just when like Matthews, Marner, and Nylander were brand new, and they weren't as good as McFarland's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. We got a few more people checking in. Got Stanley Eberhard saying, "Oh, so there is a stream tonight." Yeah, it showed up
Mhm.
on Crow's channel, but not on mine because of StreamYard and probably user error. But
It's
uh,
healthy and frothy, my friend.
mhm. U.S. Combat Dojo is here, and Frank Dumont is here.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is up, everybody? Let's see. How do I?
So we talked about my new toy. Did you get a new toy?
Um, yes and no. So I guess since excuse me, since the last time I have seen uh you guys or been live, I guess I did get this guy. So let's talk about how damn good this figure is.
Mm.
I've not done a review on it. I haven't done anything with it other than sit here at this table and spend like 45 minutes going through all the different looks that this guy has. This is such a fun figure.
Truly.
So I got him into last week, and then today I went in Target and I actually have it pulled up. So the picture I sent you, I actually sent
Oh
to
yeah.
myself so I could pull it up. So I actually found this today. I went in Target.
That made me want to punch a wall.
I walked in, I was walking by, and there was nothing in particular at Target that I needed or was looking for. It was just one of those things like, hey, it's Target. You never know what's going to be on sale. So, like, okay, I'll stop. And I was walking by, I was just in this Target last week, and they had no legacy police officer figures that I saw anywhere. And I went in there today and I was walking back to the toy aisle, and Target a lot of times will put their clearance stuff on end caps. And it's like the inside end cap against like the game wall. And I just happened to walk in that way, and I was walking by, and they finally put one of those Marvel Legends, the Spider Man and the Iron Man and the Captain America that have been out for like 2 years.
Oh, the
They
movie
fin-
ones?
yeah, They finally marked those down, and that's what caught my eye because I've been wanting them, but they were like 17.49. I'm like, yep, nope, not cheap enough. Not spending extra money on that today. And I look and I'm like, oh, G.I. Joe. It's like this has got to be something somebody just set down here. And I was like, I just grabbed it. I didn't even see what it was. I saw the Joe box. And I was like, oh, holy shit. So he was actually marked. Let me do
For death. What?
Yeah, marked for death.
$10 execution.
So he was actually marked 24.49, and I thought it was 17. It was 24.49, and I'm like, worth it, but trying to save a little money. Like I'm not gonna drop that on it. And I was like, you know what? I'll go scan it. Maybe it's cheaper. And I went to the scanner. Took it and went to the scanner, and that was what the scanner beat back. And I'm like, yep, that's coming home with me.
That's why you do that, right? Like everybody's holding it and going, man, where is the scanner? Do I have time to check it? You have time to check it. Check it. Yeah. Yeah. I wish we had targets up here to make mistakes like that.
I was that close to saying screw it. Like it's 24 bucks, and it's like it's not going to be marked down any more than that. I love it, but it's still not really cheap enough to justify picking up another one. Like, you know what? It's Target, and Target's going to Target. So I went and I was like, holy shit, yeah, I'll buy it. And I actually looked around to see if they had any other ones. Like one for $24, no. Two for $22.
Oh,
yeah, but
that was almost going to be the first thing. If you hadn't sent me that exact picture, and congrats, because that picture told a lot of stories. It told me how much it was that they were out and that you had the one that you could find, right? Because if I had seen that price, I would have been like, can you pick up a few? I'm going to wire you some money. We don't see it like that in Canada. Like, so far, it's just been regular price, and if anything, maybe 15% off if you've seen it in the right spot at the right time, but nothing on clearance like that.
Finding it knocked down that far is pretty rare. That's like when I found Metalhead for like 948 or something like that. I didn't buy it. Should have just for the parts, but
I did get an Alpine for $5 on a $5 Friday at GameStop, so I can't complain. It's just like that was long past its relevance at that point.
Oh yeah. So I grabbed him, and they didn't have another one. All I can imagine is this is one that was hidden somewhere, and they found it, and like, oh, we're not carrying this anymore. We got to get rid of this. So that was the only one. They actually Target is having a really good sale right now. The Mattel, the Jurassic Park stuff, Mario, like
I know
Mario stuff, and something else is 40% off. So all them big ass Jurassic Park dinosaurs that they've got that are like $70, they're $40 off right now. And like Stanley had said, they have Budo was on clearance too. They didn't have any of him. They did have the divers, and they've got like 9 sets of divers at this store. The divers are on sale for $38 and something. And
oh, really? This was the time, was it? This was their moment.
Yeah, they've actually gone on sale once before for that. Back in, I think, Labor Day, they went on sale for that.
So then, why aren't they releasing the polar bears? That's my question, right? Like, shouldn't the polar bears came out at the exact same time as all of that? Let's go.
Well, so the polar bear on Pulse, it's out of stock. Walmart and Amazon have been battling back and forth, dropping the price on it, and it's $57 at both of them right now. But most like retail here did not get that polar bear. Get that one time at GameStop is the only place I've seen it. I haven't seen it or heard of it being at any of the Walmarts around me, where some Walmarts got it and have marked it down. Okay. So I don't know. I still want to pick it up, but once it hits like like 50 or less, I'll probably pull the trigger on it. I just want the bear. I just want the bear.
That's what I would keeps coming back to is like, yeah, yes, I know you're without the bear. I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen it on sale out here yet. But yeah, if you're saying that the divers and everything else is going on, then I'm like, man, that thing's due.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm just trying to elevate
So
my camera just a couple more inches here.
are you good?
There we go.
Paul Morales has joined us. What's up, Paul? So yeah, and Stanley says scanning can be a best friend. It really can. They had a like I think they had a Grim Viper and sci-fi, and I'm like, I should go scan the Grim Viper. It's like, no, I'm not gonna go scan the Grim Viper because it'll be like 17.49, and I'm gonna probably buy it. Like, I don't need to spend the money right now, so I didn't. So that is what I have picked up. And then I did get showed this last week. Still got
Yeah,
Cops and Crooks.
you
Love
got your review up for that.
well, no, I got some pictures I took of
You've
it.
got a video up for it. Yeah, shouldn't say it was a review, right?
So I snagged the intro, the whole cartoon intro because it's the second best cartoon intro that's ever been made. And I was going to use it in the review. And I did the review for Bulletproof. I filmed it. I got to the second part of it where I move over and actually open it and look at the figure. I forgot to put my mic back on, my
Oh, okay,
lavalier
yeah.
mic. So the bulk of my video sounded like this while I was trying to review it and look at it. And I was like, I'm not like, I don't even care. Like, it was long. It was like 32 minutes long. I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just use the song and some of my pictures and maybe it won't get copyrighted. Look what you've done to Mr. Bigglesworth.
Yeah. Show them how proud you are. Yeah. So what else we got on top here?
Oh, let's see. I've got a few things here. So let me get rid of that there banner.
Swag.
So oh shit, let me call up the good old Stream Deck here so I can share this. A Stream Deck that is not nearly as useful as I thought it was going to be because I can't use it as a soundboard. So we'll talk about this briefly. The Skybound Kickstarter going on. Thing is up to $1.5 million of a $40,000 goal. So this is the new compendium that's got from 100 or from issue 1 to 300. It's got all the IDW stuff in it. Almost, I think everything almost has been unlocked for it, but lots of different ways you can buy it. If you just want to buy the IDW stuff, you can do that. It's got all of the special packaging and fancy embroidering and all of that stuff like it did last time. The most expensive sets sold out. Like the most expensive one down here at the bottom is like $3,000. And
Whoa. $3,000?
yeah,
What's the cheapest set? Tell me the cheapest set gets me everything.
let's do it this way. So, wow, this page is long as shit.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay. Oh my God.
Oh, never mind.
$3,500. There were only 10 of these, and this was like one of the first things that sold out. It's the entire set. It's all of them. It's got all of the add-ons, soft covers, hard covers, slip cases, like everything you could get. Book plates signed by Larry Hama. Just all of the stretch goals for everything. Like, but so basically, like what I'm looking at, if I was to order it, would be the $300 set, and I just want like 5 through 8. I want the IDW stuff. Uh, but there's a bunch of different ways you can order it. You can order the whole thing. You can order parts of it. Um, Joe, Cobra, choose your side.
I mean, it's going to be a hard pass for me on this presentation of getting caught in the back catalog of the lore, right? Like, but I can see the temptation. I'm a toy collector and a Joe fan, and these two things come at odds at some times. And when somebody's competing for hundreds of my dollars every year, this this is a hard pass for me. There's other ways to get these backstories. Like I'm this whole time I've been staring at, number one, and I'm gonna buy number two. I get this for $100 or less, and it's like, what is this one through what? 1 through 50, right? Yeah. And do you think I've cracked this open to begin a read on this as much as I said I've wanted to? Right? It's a slow burn. So then it cut those compendiums. I don't blame anyone for buying them. They're a different type of collector than I am, for sure.
Yeah, I think they're fantastic, but like Pop Blender says, is anybody that buys this actually going to read it this way, or is it just for the collectability and the shelf presence? Well, shelf presence. I mean, if you've got stuff,
absolutely
resale probably down the road, maybe, but there's other ways to read it, so many other ways. So I think it's great, the presentation and everything. But if I was going to get it, I would get it for the IDW because I've only read those digitally. So, and to have that whole set. So, but it's probably not anything I'm going to get, but it is out there. It has backed. I know a lot of people. Are into it, and I like you. Like that's a different kind of collector than I am. If money was not, didn't have to it, I'd get this.
Yes, absolutely. If I was going to burn through some lottery winnings, I'd start here.
Yeah, for sure. The Hama file card is an insane get. Yeah, that's one of the things. I think it's just in the super expensive one.
Night Raven set.
There's Matthew. Yeah. There's Matthew calling something out. What do you mean everything? PDF versions, 4 sets, Marvel set, and Cobra or Joe, IDW Joe or Cobra. Each set is $300 unless you only get the PDF version. That's something else you get is the PDF version with it.
I don't know what was referring to everything, but your personal file card. Oh wow.
Yeah, there's a whole lot with it, but I'm just kind of showing that, hey, here it is on Kickstarter. If you want to,
they are 100% prestige pieces, right? Like there's no denying it. It's not for the casual collector. I don't think it's definitely not for the casual collector. And sometimes I like to humor myself and pretend I'm more than that, but I'm not.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm, more power to anybody that buys it. It's awesome. Yeah. It's an awesome showpiece to have.
I'd love to borrow one and then pretend like I'm going to set a cup of coffee down on one of the books in front of somebody. Like, just be like, no. Or bending a page. Like, gotta remember to read this page later.
Oh no. So that is going, and it goes until I think it's got 20 days left and 27 days to go on that. So anybody is interested,
well, maybe I just won't go to Joe Fest. I'll get all my money back for hotels and planes, and I'll rethink this whole thing.
Yeah, and just buy that. Yeah,
just buy that. Like, guys, I'll be reading the whole time. Sorry if you guys heard that water just now. Putting on a kettle.
It wasn't loud. I mean, who could blame you if you not went to Joe Fest and bought books?
Really? What an idiot.
You could read this online on the plane.
That's the stupidest shit I ever heard. Buy books.
Let's see. We got just Jeff popping in saying, "What's going on? What's good evening? What's going on, Jeff? How you doing?" Imagine if they added on an exclusive figure.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
then it would, yeah. Then they'd back me into a corner one day. You
Then it would
bastards.
then it would be $3,500
Yeah.
worth. Yes.
Yeah, this is your hooded Cobra commander, by the way.
It's the only way to get it.
Yeah, or the only October Guard release will be with this set.
This is the Colonel Brekov with the cigarette.
Yeah.
And Matthew says they're great read, formatted so
Plus,
the
yeah.
images aren't lost in the binding. So,
Yeah, no one's questioning that'd be a great read, right? At that price, they're putting something into it that's using the money. So,
yeah. Oh, let's see. Stanley says if you go that route, he'll take your hotel room.
yeah,
Oh,
at double the cost. I know where money is to be had.
right. I can buy the next compendium because there'll
I
probably be another one next year.
watch me. I'm gonna be fucked. I'm gonna be renting a pillow to sleep in the lobby. Somehow I'll lose my room and like $30 a night for a pillow is a steal.
I need somebody to stay in the lobby so long it won't make me look awkward that I'm curled up in one of these corner chairs.
Just pretend you're talking to me. I'm taking a power nap.
Izzy Trevi saying I picked up the compendium number 2 for $36 on Amazon. See, that's approaching like buyable for me. He's 30.
That's very viable for me. Yeah, that's I'm imagining US, right?
Yeah.
But still, even on my conversion, that's a good deal.
So let's see, what else do we have to show? So some people got this email. I did not. This is actually got this from one of the online groups that BBTS sent out, and they are raising their flat rate shipping price.
I got that email too as it applies to Canada. Yeah.
I didn't get it. And I'm like, Joel, what the fuck? You send me an email for so much shit that I don't care about, and you didn't
Do
send
you have
this
a current order in with them?
No.
That might have something to do with why yours might not have gone out. I'm just reaching here because I have a current order with them. That's why I checked my email. I was like, oh, is my thing shipping? No, you're raising shipping rates. Okay.
But so just in case anybody didn't know about this, didn't get the email like I did or hadn't heard it, but their flat rate shipping is only going up from $4 to $6. And all of my gripes that I've got with BBTS, I can't knock that because honestly, I'm surprised they've kept it at $4 as long as they've kept it at $4.
Yeah, and when mine had some dates on it. Yeah, it was shipping starting March 31st. And this is why I said, well, maybe it went out to people with an order history with them currently because it overlaps their shipping date, what they understood was going to be their shipping price for flat rate. If it hasn't left their building by March 31st, would they be subjected to the increase? Here, let's get this email out. Right?
Yeah.
Like I could see it being like that.
Yeah, and maybe if Bulletproof hadn't have shipped when he did, maybe I would have gotten the email. But I just
There you
snagged
go.
this screenshot and just wanted to show
I'm
it.
gonna
I
ask
figured
you to
people
give me
knew.
1 second here. I'll be right back.
All right, I'll be here, and hopefully everybody else will be here too, eagerly awaiting you to come back. What's up, Lone Dragons? $6. I say we riot. Yeah, you can't hardly ship anything loose for $6. So if you're getting a pile of loot that's like pounds of stuff and they're shipping it for $6, that is one thing I will hand them is they've kept that shipping down. That's been pretty good. So like Matthew, I'm surprised that it didn't go up long before now with fuel and everything else. But hey, they hid money in tariffs. So and Matthew saying Zap's finally arriving at BBTS. So you gonna ship him before the 31st,
Yeah,
Matthew?
you
So
get
you
'em.
don't have to pay that extra $2.
Uh-huh.
Oh, let's see. Ultramints average 5 to 10 items from them every shipment. Yeah, so you definitely getting your money with the flat rate.
So I'm just teabagging my toys over here.
Oh, that's all right. They're your toys. I mean, they you
They
paid for
probably
the
should.
right to teabag 'em.
They probably should come take them away.
Somebody's gonna call the toy police.
Yeah.
No. Let's see what else I had saved over here. So, um, I will talk about this one. So, did anybody see this? I'm sure a lot of you did. So, um, this was the America Fuck Yeah Scarlet.
I thought this was a AI generated mockery of the other thing. Was this real? No.
Well, if you don't get ahead of me,
Okay.
yeah, yes, this I didn't even see this until it was already debunked that this was fake.
Okay.
And
I wanted it.
so we should have known from the start that this was fake because of the amount of intricate paint apps on this thing. That this figure with what the way Hasbro is doing us, this figure'd be $75 because of the paint on everything.
I mean, I'm sorry, but as a Canadian, I got to tell you, this is no more unbelievable than the Duke was to me. Like, I mean, you're trying to split the differences here, and I'm kind of like going, I don't see it, buds. Nah, go
Uh,
USA. I see it.
yeah. USA, 6'10 Yojo Daddy's in the house. What's up, my man? So when I wrote this down, because I wanted to talk about it, I wrote this down, no shit, right there at the top of my notes there.
Yeah, America, fuck yeah.
I wrote this down as fake America fuck yeah Scarlet vanished because as soon as it was shown that this was fake, you could not find this image anywhere. I looked through groups, I looked through Instagram, and I didn't know where it originated from. Like I said, I didn't see it till it was already proven fake.
Hmm,
So
hmm.
I want to send a shout out to Jeremy Kimberlin because I messaged him and asked him if he had this picture. And he was like, let me look. And he actually redirected me to one of the places it was originally posted. So I got it and cropped it down so we could look at it. So, but I couldn't find this picture. As soon as it was proved fake, like everybody that posted this, like they deleted the post.
I'm almost going to tell you to change the slide or else they'll shut us down tonight. Right? Clearly, this was a top secret Team America Joe line that was coming out. Right?
We're
There's going
not
to be two
showing
more to make a full squad.
we're not showing Disney trailers. They're not going to shut us down.
I,
They only do that
but I
Top
even
Gun.
like how like the stripes are on the blade. It makes it look
The
almost like a
knife.
candy cane. Yeah, the knife. Like, take that, bad guy, America. Yeah.
I like to talk when I do reviews about the knife and like, oh, they should have. I wish they'd have hit this with some paint.
Really, right?
They heard me.
Yeah. Be careful what you wish for, three-star draw.
And I guarantee you, somewhere, if you search the internet long enough, you can
Mm.
probably find some version of this
Oh,
rifle.
100%. You telling me I don't recognize a Freedom Mag when I see one slapped into a
Yeah,
rifle? Come on. Freedom
yeah.
Mag, Freedom Arrows.
The pistol, it's definitely out there some damn where. So,
Yeah.
um,
Oh, you mean the Patriot Slinger? Yep.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, right. Lone Dragon looks better than Duke. Looks equal. Looks at home with Duke, right? Duke looked like he was a China supporter quietly.
Yeah, so this is like the American Scarlet, so they argue over everything. Chinese Duke and American Scarlet.
But in all seriousness, though, like, I mean, it wouldn't have shocked me if they had followed up the Duke with this, right? Male, female tribute figures to the 250th anniversary makes just as much sense as a singular figure would to me. So, when I saw this, I was like, it looks like it's fake, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, so like I said, I didn't even know it was a thing until it was shown as being fake, but I guarantee if Duke looked like this, people would have been all in on that awful communism Duke.
Wait, you don't feel like Duke still sort of looks like this in some way, shape, or form? You see, again, I feel like you're splitting hairs between what Duke was presented as and what Scarlett is now being shown as. It's a minimal, negligible difference. It's just she's got more stars, right?
Well, yeah, nobody's looking at Scarlet and going, "What the hell is that trying to convey?" But people look
Yeah,
at
that's true.
Duke and going, "What?" Like I think I saw those colors in that Mel Gibson movie that one time.
I don't know. Like I said, this feels like anyways, it's a lot of patriotism in one 5-minute session.
It's our 250th anniversary. Fuck yeah, it's patriotism.
Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't get you anything. Take this.
Oh god. Oh, Bobby saying need to make a G.I. Joe classified Uncle Sam to lead this crew. That'd be
With
great.
back metal Cobra Commander's face under the beard and hat.
Just use that head and then sculpt beard and hat.
Uncle Sam wants you.
And you know what? It'd be an expensive way to get the accessory. I was trying to think if there were any top hats that scale, but that Mezco Theodore sod cutter I've got, it's got a couple of them, but
You could get a Lincoln one, but it'd probably have a hole in it.
yeah,
Cool. Yeah.
probably so. War Chest Full of Toys is here. What's up, War Chest?
I saw Gaslands was here as well. Hello.
Yep, Gaslands is here. Yeah, I had that highlighted and I didn't say it, did I? What's up, Gaslands?
That's what I'm here for. There's two of us. We'll get this.
That's why there's two of us. That's why, Cal. That's why. What other pictures do I have here? Did you want to the one you made with the buggy?
Oh, yeah. No, that was just a point more than anything.
Well, I have that if you want to show it.
Sure. So Big Bad Toy Store, if you ordered the Acid Rain Red Locust or the Acid Rain Locust from the Novark for the one, the 6 scale figure line, it's supposed to be shipping in April. And one of the things I was wondering was, it was leaving a while ago. It should still be in transit right now. And I was wondering if perhaps the Straits of Hamas might be holding some of our support, because if you guys need support at the Straits of Hamas, open up these sea cans and see what's inside, because I feel like my boogie might be there.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, the SS Scarecrow.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I like that. I looked at it and I'm like, what? And then I got it and I'm like, oh, that's pretty damn good. So, oh, let's see. We got Sean Jones is here. What's going on, Sean? Yep, US 100. Is that California 100? All right, so that was. I just had that in the same folder. And I'm like,
I was already sending them a bunch of shitty slides anyways. I might as well add to it, right? Abuse my AI privileges.
That's right. And if you hit your cap, you can just go to another one and start using that one.
Well, I've already had one person beg me to stop in one comment. No, they didn't beg me. They said, I don't watch things without AI. I forget who said that. They haven't shown up since. So
they won't watch.
No, I think they were just concerned I was going to switch to doing nothing but AI. I was like, no, man.
It is a tool.
I
can't create all of those backgrounds. I can't draw and I can't craft, but you know what I can do? I can prompt.
Well, yeah, and I was just like, man, I already spend all this time doing backgrounds and figures. I'm just going to combine the two and let the computer tweak it.
That's right. That is right. So let's see. Let me get another folder open and get rid of that one and show that one. So talk about this. What's up, Mike Gold? Is it gold or Gould? Gould. Gould.
I would feel like that's Gould. Like Elliot Gould. But
Okay, that's what I think. So sorry if I mispronounced that. Gould, what's up?
it's pronounced McConaughey when he's saying that, right? All right, all
That's
right, all
right.
right.
All
Hey,
right.
so I forgot whether this is still available now or if he, because it's been a couple of days since I took these shots off of the Aces post there. But yes, the Ramen Hunter has come in a what is it, neon camo mega tank order system with a figure.
Yep, and we'll go through. I actually have it pulled up where you can order this. So I've got the
Do you know if
um
it's still available?
yes,
Because
it's
I'd
still
hate to talk about it and then be like, "But fuck no, they don't make it."
yeah. Yeah, it is still available. It's on Agabus,
Okay.
and we can we'll look at the pictures and then I'll throw the site up so you can see the site.
Oh, show.
What do you what do you think about this?
I like the premise of re-releasing it with a figure. I like the idea of other people getting another crack of the hunter. I find this camo appeal is not there for me, but I feel like it's because I have a strong military bias given my background. I'm more curious what everybody else thinks because I think I have a skewed perspective sometimes. But I think it's a good deal with the pilot, like or the crew commander, like I said. Like that's an interesting ad.
Yeah, that's perfect for a crew commander. So we'll see what the chat thinks about it. And Sean saying this looks like a transformer.
It
That
does.
is because it is a transformer, or it's styled after G2 Tank Megatron. That's actually what
That's
this is.
Yeah, and that's what I picked up off at too. And that's why I was like, this has a market. I just don't know who it is. And you said it. It was the Transformer Group, right?
Mhm.
So um
Raph is
yeah.
hosting All Hail Megatron.
So the question is, does Fate Ace follow this up with some other variants of this to support that paint job? You know what I mean? Or is this like the Ramen Rev vans where it's like he did the A team, he did the misery machine, they were one-offs, there was no supporting line with it kind of deal. This is what I was kind of wondering about that one.
I would think that this is a one-off because it just so happens that he made a tank and that version of Megatron was a tank.
Mhm.
So, then again, he could turn around and do Ironhide because he's got the van or Ratchet.
Right. So yeah, I mean, like that there begs the question, if Ace sees a direct path to make something different off of what he's already done, he'll do it. Right. But he has to hear a vocalization of it. So I mean, this isn't something I'm glad I got the hunter I did get. But if everybody missed out on the hunter and they really wanted one, even said maybe I'll paint it, like you're getting another one this time with a fig. And I'm kind of like,
Yep.
where'd this fig come from?
Yeah. That's kind of how I am. That's actually what I said was like, well, I'm glad somebody's getting a tank commander with it because I didn't.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous we didn't get it with the first outing, but I mean, I get
Yeah.
it. But I like the
Uh,
box. That's
I do.
very Tron like to me, right? Like,
Yeah.
uh,
Well, it's from Transformers the movie where like when they were reformatting Megatron with the grid.
oh, I
So
need to
it's
rewatch that.
yeah, this 40th anniversary. It's gonna be in theaters in
Yeah,
May.
just a long, it's been a long time, but I remember Prime makes it, right? Prime's good to go in that movie, right? Right. We're good with
Yeah, yeah,
Prime. Okay,
yeah.
good. As long as
Just like
Prime's
Duke.
good.
Yeah,
All
just
right,
like
then I'll
Duke.
watch it. No, because they fucked Duke. They almost killed Duke. No, no. No, 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 no. You're not getting me twice. Not gonna
Mhm.
almost kill Prime. Good God, no.
So let's see. Let me stop that, and I'm gonna go to the actual website where you can order this.
There we go.
So here's the site. It is Agabus AG at symbol BYSS. So this is a lot of transformers and a lot of like third party transformers and stuff. So this was
Sure.
actually the BotCon from last year. And I guess it's just now coming out. Like you could order it, you ordered it at BotCon last year. I know he did a mask like a Makina his version of Mask car for it. He's done one for like the last 2 or 3 BotCons. So I guess you could order this at BotCon, and it's just now hitting, and maybe these are the extras. So it's $250. So that's where that extra money for your tank commander went. The
Oh yeah,
paint
yeah.
on,
You're putting $50 into him.
yeah, and then that dude. So um
Mhm.
but this is where all of the pictures, all the ones that we had and all the ones Ace posted, they're here on this site, and then a few others as well. So a bunch of pictures of this thing. I like the green tread. Damn it, stay still. There.
I'm happy to
And
hear you like the green tread.
I do this could be a dreadnought tank. This is the
Well,
color
and this
of
is
the
what
dreadnought
I was
stuff.
what I was looking at is what would this look good next to? You say dreadnoughts. I was looking at, okay, the purple. If that were orange, it would look great next to alley vipers for sure.
Yeah.
But what about when the Toxo stuff starts coming in, the eco stuff? Like I feel like
Oh
those
yeah.
color palettes might work for that
Yeah.
for future Joe releases, right? So
Yeah. That'd work. But just like some of the other stuff that they've got on this site, and we're not gonna go through all of it. But so like it's the whole thing is transformers and robots and stuff, and they got all of the blokey stuff on here, and then just
oh,
a lot of the third party stuff. So pretty neat. It's a
Blokey's
pretty
is
neat
such
site.
a Blokey's is such a growth thing, you know what I mean? Like it's I remember when I bought the Megatron and I did a video on that, I was saying like people are gonna fucking like this thing, man. And
Yeah.
I wish some companies like Hasbro would adopt the magnet light trigger for their vehicles. Like
Mhm.
it's a magnet that activates the lights for about a 5-second burst on a toy. It's a very cost effective way to put lights on a toy that is still direct to retail. Wake
Yep.
up companies, you know,
Yep.
you
So
know.
let's hope they catch on. I saw the new blokies that are here that are the Marvel ones. There's
Yes.
MCU ones. I've just seen those in the last week or so.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. They went into
so,
that. They've done, yeah, more than just Transformers. And, they're kind of hitting all of their angles because they're kind of taking a page out of Gundam's book where they have different skill level blokies, right? You have beginner
mhm.
blokies, you have intermediate and expert. And, it's do you like assembling models but don't like painting them? This is what they are, right? Functional play
No,
toy models.
no, and no, and that's why I haven't bought any of them yet
No.
because I sucked at models.
I mean,
Uh,
they're easy enough to follow instructions. It's like building IKEA furniture, and then you have a fully painted figure in front of you. It's just like I said, you
yeah.
built it. Yeah.
One day I'm gonna get one. I really like the Soundwave one, but we'll
Mhm,
see.
mhm.
Oh, Billy's saying Transformers are on an apology tour for the trauma in '86. Yeah, that's their big push for the 40th anniversary is apologizing for killing Optimus Prime. So
Spoilers. What?
yeah,
You said it was
or
okay.
grievously wounding Optimus Prime
Yeah.
and
What's going
introduce
on, Tony?
Hot Rod. What's up, Tony's Figs and
I
Jack?
was yakking at Tony the other day because I wanted to mention this here. If you guys haven't had a chance to watch Code 3 on Netflix, you're missing out on a really fun movie. It was a better hospital ambulance kind of perspective movie than what I've seen in the last little while. It was really good. I,
Is it
I
better than
asked
that
Tony.
one
I,
with?
I asked Tony what he thought of it, and he's like, "I've been through every one of those scenarios."
Was it as good as the one with Nicolas Cage?
Way better. Oh, so much better. And it's Rainn Wilson who played Dwight from The Office, right? And he breaks the fourth wall talking because I guess it's written by an actual paramedic or something like that. I don't know the full history of the show, but he goes on some rants, and I've heard this rant before. This is actually like a little dabble of dark reality going in here. It's good. It's a good movie.
I saw you talk about it and post about it, and I've seen
Mm.
it, but I recently just regained access to Netflix, and I mostly did it just so I can watch One Piece.
Yeah.
So I haven't made it very far into any new Netflix stuff. I've actually only watched one episode of One Piece so
I
far.
was
So
keep saying I'm going to check out One Piece, but my interest level has not been the same as others. So,
yeah, it's like I don't really like anime very much. I got into it briefly in the early 2000s, and I like some of it, but it was never really my thing. So when I saw they were adapting that, I'm like, yeah, I don't care about the anime. Why would I care about this? But everybody just talked about how much fun it is because it doesn't take itself seriously. Like it knows what it is and
mm,
leans into it. And you just kind of turn your brain off and like, this is goofy, but it's just a lot of fun. So yeah,
yes.
that's the mood, that's the mindset you got to have for watching
Oh,
One Piece. But
I'm
it's
regular.
fun to watch.
I'm all about turning my brain off. So,
It's a fun watch. It's just fun to sit there and watch it unfold and be like, what now? There's a clown that can take himself apart. Like it's didn't know that was a thing till I watched One Piece and didn't watch the anime. So um all right, let's see. Check my folders here and see what else we got on tap. Get that. We talked about that. Check my banners over here. All right. All right. I think we're ready to do this. So let me open this up. Open this up. You guys like my
Disney's dead.
internal monologue?
I forgot to mention Disney's Daredevil started last night again, season 2. So that
Oh yeah.
watched that last night. Yeah.
Um, and
Oh,
supposedly, according to Pop and Matthew, episode 2 is coming out before next week.
I hope so. I was disappointed they only did a one episode release. Usually they do a couple episodes to kick off
Uh,
a series. Most
Matthew, did
places.
you get to watch it today? I know when him and Pop went live last night, he Matthew hadn't had a chance to watch it yet, so I'm wondering if you
Mm.
got caught up. Not gonna spoil anything, just
Yeah, I
wondering.
won't talk about it. There's not much to spoil in the first episode. They're just carrying on, right? So
But look, I will say it was pretty good. I
I
was
didn't
not
hate
let
it.
I was not let down.
Nope. That you can be kind of hopeful that the new writing is going to start taking a better stride with this season, right? So
Two more episodes on the 31st. Ultraman said, "Okay, what's up,
okay.
Nolan?" Billy says, "Tell your cat." He said, "Psst, psst, 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 psst,
Oh, did you hear that? Billy said,
psst, 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 psst." Um,
"Yep, yeah." Really?
yeah, yeah, he's very interested.
Oh, well,
uh,
you're committed to that one, Billy.
not me. He didn't say that. Pop said it, but he learned he was wrong. One episode a week. Hadn't watched it yet. All right,
Okay.
and all right, we'll see. Jetman just Googled it. 2 and 3 drop on Tuesday.
Okay.
That man, if they do that, I wish they'd move it up an hour if they
Well,
do too.
so this could be part of what they're trying to get out of the way before the Spider-Man releases start getting out of control with trailers and leaks and other things, right? Is how this season actually does bring Frank into that movie or something, or as much as they deny Charlie Cox has any involvement in that movie, right? That
Right.
plot line that they're starting in this show may be carrying over partially into that movie. So if they're jumping double episodes in weird places, it could just be scheduling going, we want it to be done with by this point, right?
Yep. And then we know that we're getting a one-off Punisher movie that's going to
One
be
sure.
on Disney
Yeah.
Plus, a one shot. So
Yeah, Last Kill was it?
last kill, yeah. So I am interested in that. I can't wait to see what they do there. So
I think that's going to
uh,
be tied to his family and closing the loop on their death kind of thing
probably so.
before he goes full into fighting whoever Marvel throws at them down the road, right?
Yeah. So, Hyperdelic checking in. What's going on,
Oh,
Hyperdelic? How
hi.
you doing, man? Hope you've been doing all right. And Matthew says after Daredevil 2 finishes season 2, one episode of Punisher, and that ties directly into Spider-Man. Also, all that's time lined up.
Yeah, like I'm about ready to stop saying this has anything to do with Daredevil and Spider-Man. Just say it's going to be all about the fall of the Kingpin and the state of superhero affairs when we get into the Spider-Man thing, like damage control and why there's a
Yeah,
sentiment in the law and all these other things that are working against heroes at that time, right? I think that's all it's setting it up, right? So
yeah. I hope so. I hope they can keep it all streamlined. You know, what my hope with that Spider-Man movie is it just doesn't spiral threads everywhere, or it's just ridiculous, and they can wrap it up going, oh, well, this is in another setting or another time or some shit.
it sounds a little bit more complicated than I wish it were by the number of characters they're kind of throwing in. I can get why they're throwing in a lot of these different characters and they flow. And then they slap Jean Grey into the mix. And I'm like, this is a crossover with X-Men, but they're not promoting it as a crossover with X-Men. They're promoting it as a Spider-Man movie. But I know all their bank is going into launching the X-Men franchise out of this. It's
Yeah,
weird. I
and
don't
and
hate
we
it, but it's weird.
and we already know at least some of them are going to be in Doomsday.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
mean, it's just there's a puzzle being put together. They've got it done. It's just these pieces are fitting strangely. And given the last few Marvel movies over the last, say, 7 years, I could see both things happening, good or bad, right? Like,
yeah, so we will see. I'll be watching them. So
mhm.
they look promising to me. So I'm looking
Yep.
forward to them. So
Oh, hey man,
and
let's see it.
Hyperdelic's working and stuff. Had to check in and say hi. Hope you're doing great. No, hope you are too, buddy. Spider-Man, 6 good guy characters and 5 villains, so it's way overstuffed. So let's hope they don't do what we think they might. All right, let's talk about.
Yeah.
Well, do you have more?
No, no,
Okay.
I was saying, yeah, no, we're good.
All right, just gonna move. Get on with it. So let's see. We got to see some shit today. New renders.
Yeah,
And I
I'm gonna
say,
turn my
yay.
camera off for this.
All right. Well, you don't want to see them?
Well, because I'm going to go into my garage for a moment. But
Oh,
yes,
okay.
I
All right.
you can that way we can focus on the renders, and I'll be in the corner, but I'm still watching.
Once in a while, shows that are on Wednesdays get thrown a freaking bone. Most of the time, this
Yeah.
stuff drops over the weekend, and by the time we get to talk about it on Wednesday, it's kind of been done to death. So, yay us! We get to talk about it as some of the first. So let's just go ahead and
Well,
start with the one everybody's really wanting.
and while we do, I should also say, I mean, it's not without some help. We got good friends in the community that knew we were doing a show tonight. Bobby Wald, thank you for actively looking to help contribute. Like he's the one that sent me this early today, right?
Yeah, he
Say,
sent
hey,
them.
you should know about this, right? So without these guys, we might not have been as prepared today for this. So thank you.
Let's see. So here's Destro and the Despoiler, probably the newest worst kept secret.
Yeah, right.
So we knew this was coming. People have been talking about it. Some of the insiders that we know and know of have known this was coming. People
I found it.
supposedly, yeah, people supposedly had seen pictures of this quite a while ago. I was not
Well,
one of them, but I knew they were floating around.
I'll tell you, you guys are going to hear it here. You're going to hear the first piece of reuse I've spotted. Can you spot the reuse?
The
Besides
air
the big
chariot.
old, what, the Stinger missiles on the air chariot?
I honestly haven't looked at it that close, but yeah,
No.
it sounds like you're right.
So this one I was so happy with when I saw it. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but minus the lanyard, is that Shipwreck's pistol or revolver?
No,
No, okay. I thought maybe that was Shipwreck's revolver when I saw it. Like the
no, but I was looking to see if it was crystal balls, but it's not.
no. Okay,
I
so
don't
it's
think this
all
one's
new.
new.
This is what I was kind of joking about reuse. Like I was just like the missiles, man. Those goddamn. But everything else is new.
So let's see. Matthew saying new in quotations render, only one new render. Steve Martin is here. What's going on, Steve?
Hi, Steve.
Will R is here saying it's beautiful. It's beautiful, Clark.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it's
let's see.
that I like the alternate head scope for Dastro because it's not a crazy legs version of a screaming head. It's for some reason this works so much better when they know it's Destro than with a generic Joe having the war face.
And nothing is more awesome than a man in a metal mask that can do expressions.
I don't know how this science works, but it works aesthetically. Yeah,
Nanomites.
molten metal skin.
It's the
He,
nanomites.
yeah, he's a little bit of Colossus, eh?
So, all right. So let's move. Let's look at Destro, and then we got the other picture of the despoiler. So
Mm-hmm.
here is our Destro. Now I'm gonna say I'm disappointed that this head does not look like it is vac metal. It's a render. Maybe they'll surprise us, but I was really hoping because this figure, I believe, was supposed to have come out last year from one of the things that I heard, and they pushed it back. And I was hoping maybe it was so that they could get the vac metal process down like we got on Retro Cobra Commander. So it doesn't exactly look like kind of the chintzy gold that Profit Director Destro has, but this does not scream vac metal. I
So
hope that it is when we get it.
yeah, again, digital render, it's going to be hard to say for sure what they've done there, but I could see vac metal being a problem with this. The reason it worked for Cobra Commander is that was the only place you were seeing that metal was on his mask. It's two angles and a small circumference. If you start adding in the crevasses of a nose and cheek ripples, eye line ripples, and then all the accessories into vac metal, I think over time they might get into flaking issues.
It's 2026.
It's
Vac metal,
2026, but
vac metal makes some expressions.
I mean, we'll see. I just like to me, it would be like, yeah, maybe they do the heads, but would they do the shield? Would they do the swords? Would they do the accessories? And then how would that look offsetting each other?
I'd be good if it was just the head. It'd be
Mm,
great if the pauldron with the fins too. I would be okay if it was just the head, and then they matched it as close as they could with a dull gold. But
mm.
man, like I really, really hope that this was going to have a vac metal head.
So I'm wondering if this cloak that he's wearing, like, is that the same kind of cloak system that they had with the Twilight Guard when that came out? Just different colors this time? Or is this an all new fabric product as well? The lanyard makes it a little confusing how that hangs down to the holster or whatever's there, but or under the
Yeah,
arm. Yeah. Sorry, his
that's
background.
that's that's a good point. I don't. It looks like it may be the same, like one shoulder kind of cape. It's kind of hard to tell from the
It
picture, isn't
is.
it? It's not billowing like a Lando cape. I'm going
I
to say
mean,
it's probably the same.
I would hope it's the same. I mean, I don't need them spending money unnecessarily to change that cloak. That cloak was workable for all Iron Grenadiers, but it was
Yeah,
Twilight Guard. But,
I liked it. Liquid
and
Identity's in the house saying this is exactly what I needed to finally pick up IG Bats and Dark Lawn. Everybody's going to be sad that they passed on Dark Lawn.
I like how that chain is going to make that scabbard hang for his sword. You know, it's not like the Crimson Guard where it goes directly into the belt. It's going to
Yeah.
hang off that chain off the belt.
Yeah, at an angle like it actually would.
Yeah, like like a Middle Eastern knight kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm digging it. I like everything here other than it doesn't look vac metal. I like the shield because that is some pimp looking shit Destro would have as a shield if
Yeah,
he had.
the Gaelic knots around it and all that, like the
Mhm.
Scottish stuff. Yeah.
I like the giant, the giant ass claymore sword. Like that might actually be bigger than Darklon's sword.
It would have to be. You'd almost need it to be, right? Because it's the family jewel. Like
Yeah.
Destro's family jewel representation and heritage and the limit lineage. But Darklon's had a jewel at the end that Destro's doesn't, doesn't it?
Hmm. I believe so.
Because that
Well,
right
he's
now, I think Darklon is running Darklonia
yeah.
because he is so tied up with Cobra and Mars Industries.
And that yes, that is different than Wild Bill's. Wild Bill's was probably like a say like a 4 or 5 inch barrel pistol. This is like a 7 or 8 inch. It's much bigger pistol. And Dave's
So
right.
many
It
giga.
it, it does look like a little bit like a Colt Peacemaker.
Mhm.
And that which is also some shit that he would probably carry. Let's see. A punk with toys is joining us. What's going on, Lawrence? How you doing?
Hello, Lords.
Um, Izzy Trevi saying all that tech and Destro still relying on Sam Colt to get it done. I'm all in for this release. Uh, Looks
I'm
good,
also
man.
glad they gave him like his own, like they didn't reuse the Crimson Guard saber. They gave him his own special hilted saber, curved blade, gold. Like there's a lot
And
to
and
like about this Destro.
and he should. I mean, all he should have all different stuff than the Iron Grenadier, especially for this release. Like I could see the pistol, like if they give him his laser pistol, but I like the revolver. It's
But
classier.
do me a solid here and zoom in on the belt line. So the way that that diaper system looks, like that piece that covers the crotch and drop down hip area, you know, that deco of
Mhm.
the pants and the way that belt is, you know how we've been seeing the figures having this gap as the ball joint rides up, you rotate that and you get the gap in the waist.
Yeah.
It's that kind of diaper system that I think is causing it. It's riding up higher. And so the curve of the ball kind of rides up that belt. And we're noticing the gap more. So I'm just kind of thinking this is just something that's going to be the next few waves. Like it's just part of the figure now. That gap
Yeah.
that we've been talking about.
I think you may be right. It just may be a new construction they're going to with them. Baldy Locks is in the house saying vac metal on the
What's going on, Zed?
retros. Um,
Sure, that would
Interesting.
make sense too. Future market right there. You heard them complaining about it now. 2 years later, you can capitalize on it, right? Wish you came with a hamburger.
Yeah, for the second head sculpt.
Yeah.
That actually, if you've got any of the teeny tiny stuff, some of that stuff would probably work for that, especially like some of the cups with straws in them.
Yeah. Lone Dragon, I like ab crunch when I look at the size of the cockpit on the despoiler, and I know I've got to sit this figure into it with the ball joint in the torso for a torso ratchet. I find that a little bit harder for seating in vehicles than that kind of hinge that they're using on the ab right now.
I actually like the way the ab crunch on this looks because it kind of flows with the costume design. These
Yeah.
armor pieces on the chest, it kind of, differentiates, breaks it up a little bit.
It
I
is a really noticeable line, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think it's probably just the way they've got him angled. Maybe I think
Mhm.
if he's like straight, I think it'll hide pretty well. Kind of like the scale, like they did with Once a Man Cobra Commander with the ab crunch for him.
Yeah, and I agree. That would be cool if that sword could clip into that shield, but I wouldn't want to pay an extra dime for them to discover how to do it. That what they provided is kind of cool too, but
Yeah.
it'd be neat. Yeah.
I do like there's he's got his amulet.
Crevasse or
Yeah,
kerchief or whatever they call
yeah.
that thing.
It's a frilly crevasse.
Mm.
Um, but it's got his jewel, from his necklace on there, so it's like a now he's using it as like a pin to hold this together.
I
That
wonder
way
what's
it's on
inscribed
the
in that
neck.
shoulder plate. Yeah, like right there. There's something inscribed in there.
What if it's just the what if we get it and it's the Arashikage
That's
logo?
what at first I was like, it looks like a weird Arashikage like
Yeah.
braille, but no, it's not. There's something there.
What did you do?
And
Uh,
you still don't think scrap iron could be an iron grenadier? Come on, man. They took the Arashikage.
yeah, that's right. And Ultramatch, I think so. We're all gonna have to get this one, aren't we? I
Well,
think so.
yes, and just like with the swamp skier, I mean, there's going to be Iron Grenadier collectors that are going to want multiples of this, right? Because the Defiler in the comics is it's a troop vehicle. It's like a flight
Yeah,
pod. Everybody gets it.
that's true. And
Mhm.
that's right. The other guys have them. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they're just a regular troop transport that they fly around in. Yeah. Ascot, thank you. That was the word I was looking for. Is ascot.
It's still a crevasse.
Yeah.
So let's look at the despoiler here.
And
That
that's where I
is,
say, look at where you've got to fit that figure in, right? His legs have to slide into that. Ab crunch is going to be kind of important, I think.
yeah, it's gonna be like getting well, it just slipped my mind. Getting somebody in fit the all
The all
striker.
striker. Yeah,
Yeah.
the all striker passenger seat. Just be like, there's an angle. Not every figure is going to do it.
Stanley asking if the sword and shield will store on here. I don't see anywhere for it, but who knows?
We all just got these images, Stanley. It's
Yeah.
you're bringing up a good point. We should watch for indications that that might be something it can do. They didn't reveal stowage on the chameleon for till many weeks later, right? She can put her shotgun inside. Oh, okay, that wasn't in the first fix. Oh.
Uh, War Chest saying no apologies from Cobra Island, but man, he looks even more like a clown as the months go on, and I have even more leaks. So I
Well, it's
can't.
been quiet from over there, hasn't it?
Yeah,
It's
hadn't
strange.
heard a
All,
lot.
all the breeze has stopped around that place, and the birds have stopped flocking. So,
Yeah. Let's see. Demon as the HasLab. I wouldn't rule it out, but I
I
don't
don't
think
think
it
you can.
I don't I've always said that it like could be a contender. They're just gonna have to redesign it, but look what they did to the Snowcat.
If the demon becomes a HasLab, I'm going to tell you it's probably going to be the most expensive HasLab we've seen, like
Yeah,
bar none.
probably.
Till the
Probably
hovercraft shows up.
more right. Um Punk saying I feel like there's one person that told you all he was coming with a screaming head. There was one very loud voice saying that it was gonna have a screaming head.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
He was that person.
Yeah. Oh, I get the point now.
Yeah. Graf saying the sword is stored on his back so he can draw it quickly and easily. That is right. So, what are you thinking about the despoiler? What do you, Crow and Chat? How do y'all think the despoiler looks? What do you think about the fact that he sits in it and doesn't stand on it?
I, uh, I I'm kind of looking at the design of it, and I'm wondering if they've hinged that partial canopy, like what he slides into. It looks like
Mhm.
it's a separate piece that might disconnect for ease of getting a character in there. Um, I see this being similar to the Serpentor Air Chariot, but just a bit more going on. I have a feeling they're going to hit the price point on this one of a vehicle like Awe Striker.
So that's another thing that I wanted to bring up. Um, I don't think Destro can hold that sword and not hear in my head, there can be only one.
Yeah.
Destro
Fight the
McLeod
Kurgan.
from Destro McLeod from the Clan McLeod. Yeah, this is a set, Billy. I think So I watched podcasts from the pit earlier, with Joe Ara and Joe Hunter were on, and they were showing these and talking about it. And so Casey thinks this is going to be $100 price point. I think it's going to be closer to 75.
It's a tough call. I mean, size wise, it's not that much bigger than the Air Chariot and the Flight Pod, right?
Hmm.
But without seeing what the like the full dimensions are of the amount of plastic being used, the weight behind this, and some of the functionality just off a digital render, yeah, I could see it being that price point. I could see them pushing for more. It's but I would hope it's that price point. That I just hope this is a girthy looking kit at that price point.
That's kind of what I think too. That's kind of the way I feel about it. And so, like, we got Zorana and the Swamp Skier. They're 60 or 62, whatever, 60, whatever it is. Um,
Mhm.
we've seen some new price points, and of course, the prices on stuff has gone up. I think this is going to be closer to the Snake Eyes and the Bear, which is $75 price point. Figure and vehicle, it's a little bigger vehicle, supposedly, and it's gone up a bit. But I think that the amount of plastic and Snake Eyes in that bear and the freaking snake armor was $75. There's not the plastic in this that there was in that snake armor.
I just remembered the MMS set actually. That this is an MMS to
Yeah,
me. That's about the weight of plastic I'm expecting. So whatever we pay for that in our respective countries is what I would hope to pay for this, right? So
yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like it's a slightly bigger vehicle and, figure with it, new accessories, a lot of new stuff with it. I think it's going to
mm.
be like 74.99.
And the only reason I was saying they could push it is that's a busy undercarriage, right? Like that's way busier than even the claw and a couple other things. It's got a lot of missiles, a lot of pivot points for the guns and things like that, some landing skids and things. So I'm just kind of like going, how much innovation did they put into the bottom of this that they want to bill us for, right? So, but yeah, those price
I
points
mean,
make sense.
definitely going to have more than what we saw with the air chariot. I think
Yeah. Can those
more
missiles
angles.
fire? The,
Yeah, I
the,
like the missiles in the front, man. What if they're spring loaded?
mm.
I
Yeah, I
just
mean, I don't dislike this. I like the design of it too. Like it's sharp. The colors look
yeah,
nice. I like the
yeah.
texture in the seating too. If you zoom in, you can see the seat's got texture to it.
Yeah, it actually I looked at that earlier. It actually kind of almost like matches like his chest a little bit.
Yep.
Like you can kind of see it in there with the
If
price
Kanye
tag.
West was a cobra, he would roll like this.
Will says no way 75 because Serpentor was 79 years ago. True, but
Yeah,
it
but
also had that giant
optimal.
fancy ass box.
Yeah, it was a
Don't need
presentable
that.
Pulse exclusive kind of
Hmm.
fancy schmancy.
Yeah. If Cobra doesn't work out, Destro can do DoorDash.
Yeah,
Uh, they got us by the balls with Destro. Graph says 90. Um, yeah, that Lone Dragon, the All Strikers 110 after the price jack up. And that's funny because it was in stock and it shipped and you could buy it for $100. And then one day, like a week after it come out, it just went to 110.
all I could focus on the All Striker was just like it was such a small mistake, but my ADHD mind can't get around it, right? You threw all that crap into the All Striker and you forgot to give Crankcase his traditional rifle from the vintage line. So all of a sudden, Steeler and Short Fuse come out with this weird assortment of weapons. And what do you see in there? You've got the weapon that Crankcase should have came with, right?
Yeah, and
That's all
that's
I ever think about with the All Striker is like, what weird, they fixed it in this weird way.
I think a lot of things about the All Striker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Yojo Daddy thinking no leaks on the price, but he thinks 90 on this. So all over the place with the guesses on price for it.
Oh,
So
well,
we'll see.
I'm kind of with you there, 610, because it's like I feel like they look for new ways to claw just a couple more nickels, couple more dimes here and there. And this, this presentation, I feel like there's an opportunity to scratch a little bit more out of us, and we would go with
Yeah.
it.
And if there's ever a time to do it or a figure and a set to do it with, it's gonna be this one. Like,
Oh yeah,
'cause
the spearhead of the Iron Grenadiers you've had out for a while.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been wanting this one. Everybody's been after this one, especially after we got that Iron Grenadier and the Grenadier bat. Like everybody's just been waiting with bated breath on this one. So,
Where's the Iron Grenadier Viper?
man, what do you guys think? I was gonna do a poll, but one, I've never done a poll and didn't want to try and figure it out right before we went live. What do you guys think the next Iron Grenadier figure is going to be? Archangel Michael Mars is here. What's going on? Fight for freedom wherever there's tariffs.
I'm a hard line advocate that it's going to be Targat because I do think that Ghost Viper's alternate technical head is perfect for a Targat, and yeah, it's also something they could easily do similar to this. Like it would be a higher price point deluxe set, if not like figure and pet set because of his
Yeah,
glider, right? And he's a troop build, right? So
I was wondering about that with Target if they were going to do that. Um, let's see. We got Lego Star Wars Kid is here, and Turk Murphy is checking in. What's going on, fellas? Over under on 74.99. So
Will's got he's got the bookie charts out.
yep, he's taking bets.
Yep.
Nolan thinks it's going to be close to 100 Canadian, so that would
Well,
be
yeah, Nolan, that's right.
80 here.
Yeah, because MMS right now you can pick it up at a GameStop tomorrow for $80, right? 79.99 is the going rate on that. Usually 75 to 79. So that's kind of where I was looking at this, and then you add tax, you're just under $100.
Let's see. Liquid saying it's a vehicle plus deluxe driver, same as the mid size. I don't think it'll be 110.
No,
I
yeah.
agree with what Matthew had said. Like if this is $100, I think they're going to lose people, even some of the people that have really been looking forward to this one.
Look at the play interaction with this. It's one figure for one vehicle. I don't even know if there's rails to mount a figure on the side of the wing to hang on to dear life or anything like this. Like, I think they'd have a hard pressed time to try and make this compete with a vehicle that could store 2 to 3 characters in it. It wouldn't be
Yeah,
in that same price point. Even if it
yeah,
was the same size, I think they would find a way to go, no, there's not as much utility.
yeah. I don't think it's going to be that much.
Cooter's Garage makes a good point. We could
Retro.
still see a retro Iron Grenadier at some point, right?
Yeah, I think we will get that one at some point. I don't think it's going to be the next one. So let's see. IG Lego Star Wars Kid does say retro Grenadier.
But
That
soon, though. Yeah.
that's a deep cut right there, Stanley. But man, what a cut that would be.
Armada. Why do I
Mistress
know that name?
because she was in Devil's Due.
I was gonna
Um,
say it had to have been Devil's Due, right?
and she is so one of the leak lists that I saw a while back before some of this stuff that we now know is like confirmed or coming. Armada's name was on it, but there was also a bunch of other shit. And I've never really seen anybody else mention Armada. But if they were going to do it, like she would probably be an Iron Grenadier. That's a good call, Stanley. I bet nobody else thinks of that one, probably. Um, a
Yeah.
lot of guesses for Voltar.
Well, because they do
6'10".
like their little birdie pets, right? And Voltar does have his bird there, the vulture.
Yeah. Hopefully, if we
So
get him, he's better than General Ledger.
good God, what a
General Ledger,
useless hunk of plastic that was.
piece of shit bird. Mr. Madgus.
God, we hate birds.
We do. We do not like birds on this channel. Voltar, because Hasbro loves their fig and pet profits, and Punk saying Target. You talking about the Mindbender flight pod exclusive?
No, that's what the other guy would talk about.
Yeah. So, just looking through and catching up on the chat here. Cooter saying if they did General Mayhem, that would play in the mask since it was Miles Mayhem. Yeah, they could maybe tie those together.
Oh, they definitely have plans for Miles Mayhem. Now it's
Oh, yeah.
he's a Skybound property. He's a few things. So definitely count on seeing Mask in some form. They're definitely crossing over in Joe. So
Yeah. Mr. Mag is saying for me, these prices are starting to not feel like a hobby, but another bill. I may have to come out of retirement and get a part-time job just to buy my toys. I know a couple people that do exactly that.
that's exactly what I'm looking at too. Is maybe I want to go work at a toy store and get an employee discount, or maybe I'm looking at getting a part-time job too because I'm retired and all I do is toy reviews. That doesn't seem balanced. YouTube doesn't pay me that much.
No. Punk saying she's coming. I guess Armada. Well,
there we
that
go.
would be sweet. I'd love that figure.
Now, would that be Crimson Guard female reuse?
No, I don't. Not if they did Armada. Not she. Because
I can't picture the character in my head, so that's why I'm asking.
No, she would have like a regal Iron Grenadier outfit. She wouldn't be Crimson Guard reuse.
No, I just meant like the legs and like the legs and arms. Yeah, clearly the torsos are always going to be different because of the uniform, but
maybe
just that box seemed to really be
tall. She was tall though. I could see her being a Baroness buck, tall and slim. Oh, cool. IG Scrappy do. What's up, Joe Hunter? How you doing? Jetman lost to General Ledger. Well, you didn't really lose much. 610 he's saying Armada too. So we'll see. So I say Armada's a damn good guess, but I'm gonna say Voltar, Target, or Iron Grenadier Baroness because I think they're gonna reuse either the HasLab buck or the Crimson Strike team and mix those two up. Yeah, IG Baroness, because we've never had one. We've never had an Iron Grenadier Baroness, and we never had an Iron Grenadier Bat. So, all right,
could be a good time for them to use the HasLab Baroness buck too, right?
Yeah.
So
then, because it is a damn good figure. We got 45 people watching, so if you guys hadn't hit that like button between the two channels, so go over and hit like on both of them. We appreciate it. Next one. Yeehaw. So we knew this one was coming too. We've already seen some pictures of the prototypes and paint masters and shit. So what do you think about retro card Wild Bill?
I'm very happy for everybody, actually. This is not a far cry from what they gave us with the HasLab. The vest is different, but everything else is pretty spot on. I'm looking at this right now. Like clearly you're getting no free hat or whatever. Like you're getting the hair option or the hat and glasses option, but you're getting pretty much everything else. I don't know. I like it. I like
I like this. I like, y'all know Wild Bill is one of my favorite characters. And we said when we got the HasLab, everybody was raging about Wild Bill being locked behind the paywall, which who else is going to pilot the Dragonfly? So
He,
everybody pretty much knew a retro Wild Bill was in the cards.
yeah, he doesn't have the gauntlets that are on his wrists on the HasLab one.
I have a breakdown of
Yeah.
the differences.
Oh, there you go.
Um,
Well, then you do it. I'm fine. I'm just gonna play with my toy over here.
so
It's a problem.
I do think he looks good. I will buy him just because he's one of my favorite characters. Don't know that I would open him, but I do I do want him. I don't know that I need two open, and honestly, I think the HasLab one looks better. So again, shout out to Kimberlin because he did a post earlier where he broke down the differences, and I'm guessing that he is the one that looked it all up. I don't know, but he's the one that posted it. So, and then as I read these off, I found this image from Gil Tucker. Again, I don't know if Gil made this, but Gil posted this. So there's the two of them side by side. Wild Bill's got different arms,
Yeah.
which they're the same arms, but the lowers are different.
Gauntlets.
He's
Yeah.
got the gauntlets are gone. The cavalry gauntlets are gone. He's got different patches on the arms.
I
The
was
hair,
wondering if the patches were different. Yeah.
yeah, patches are different. The hair color is more closely matches Sunbow, where it's an orangish red. Let's see, the glasses are silver, whereas the HasLab had gold. Silver was the original, well, Real American Hero, and the leather on him is missing the paint wash, where it's got all of the fancy wash that looks like distressed leather.
Mhm.
It's missing. The belt, the belt's different, um, and it looks like the holsters are different. It looks like this whole belt system here.
Yeah, yeah. All the leather systems are different for sure. Like, but it's negligible. Like, if you don't have the dragonfly, this is the kind of figure that should make you happy because you're not missing as much as what you normally would get. Like, you could have gotten the Deke version of a Wild Bill on a retro card with more orange than anything, right? Like, this is very close. If I was working with Emily and them right now, I'd be like, implying now you can keep one Wild Bill in your dragonfly and have the other Wild Bill out to play with,
That's
right?
that's actually what I was thinking. I'm like, so I could put the
Of course.
HasLab one back in the HasLab and then
And
put this on the
that's
shelf.
I and I would make that part of the reason why if I was Hasbro, I'd release it this way so that you did take one out of the package because maybe you've kept one in your Dragonfly. I know that thought's going to cross your mind, and I can do another Wild Bill for the classified line, a different version like V2, V3, whatever.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think it's great. Like this is the perfect way to do a retro is, with him. Um, and they're
So
tying into going with the cartoon stuff for a lot of the retros. So it's perfect.
and if Lawrence is still in the chat, I mean, he said it himself, and it's a fair point. You know, and he and I have talked about this several times. There's always new people coming into the line that missed out on certain characters, and Wild Bill is locked behind the HasLab aftermarket paywall, right? So this is great for somebody who just joined the line like in the last 6 months or a year, right? So
Yeah. That's perfect. And you don't
yeah,
have to spend, whatever Wild Bill's going for. Last I saw, he was about 75 or $80 still. So,
yeah.
Dustin Blair has joined us. What's going on, Dustin?
Hello.
Billy's saying, looking forward to Wild Bill. I didn't care for the leather gloves. See, man, I
Yeah.
loved it. I love that touch, but it's
I've got too much Albertan in me to not really love the Western vibe on a character like that. It's just, yeah, man, I'm happy to have him there to the Dragonfly. I'll get this and throw this one in the Dragonfly.
Matthew saying the belt's not different. They just turned it around. It's the first thing he did with his
Oh,
levers.
so he is correct. I just did that, and yeah, bam, he is right. It is just turned
Well,
around. But then the
now his guns are
holsters,
wrong.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, yeah. Now he's got he's cross draw, so
he was a he was a cross
both are workable.
before. So yeah, and
Yeah.
it actually fits in there both ways. But Wild Bill uses a cavalry draw, which is a cross draw. I don't know how many times I got to bring
I
this
am
up.
rotating this right now. I'm going to fix my Wild Bill. It's a great point. I'm glad Matthew said something. I like the cross draw too. If it works for this guy, nice.
Stanley says still wants the deep orange and blue Wild Bill. Well, the Sunbow was orange and blue too. So like I would buy that. I'd buy that. I'd buy another Wild Bill in those colors.
And that's what I mean by getting this one out of the way in the retro again and getting everybody. You open that up as a possible later classified, and if they do something again like what they did with the Bass device, like the Wild Bill fits right into it. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I also noticed because of this picture, it's a remarkable picture for expressing the colors. Because in hand, these zippers on his leg, like they are that color, but it's not as noticeable. It's like, okay, yeah, oh yeah, that color is there.
There's some zippers there.
Yeah.
Brian King still wants a water moccasin and a Wolverine. Wolverines. Oh,
Everybody.
hold on. I mean yeah, the O-ring was a cross draw. He's always been a cross draw, which is actually a cavalry draw. It's they go in as a cross draw. Cross draws are typically right on your waist, not on your legs. A cavalry draw, butts are reversed, but they're on your legs in a hanging holster. And it's easy to pull off on a horse, but not so much anywhere else.
I hated wearing a holster at all times. Because the weight on them is just something that sucks. But man, and wearing two of them would drive me nuts. But does it ever look cool on an action figure?
It's great on the action figure. I have a hard enough time
God,
keeping my pants up with just a belt and my wallet and my keys.
I switched to a chest clip, and even that, I was just like, it's stuck on the lid. I get stuck on everything with these things.
And then it slides and it pushes the whole thing around. Yeah, it's a pain in the arse.
I'm so glad Matthew said something about that draw. The belt being the same. Cool. I learned something on our own show tonight.
It's an educational show, so they say.
It is. We're the only ones that learn anything, but.
So let's see. I got That's not the one I meant to play, but it works.
Anything from Chappelle's show works for me, man.
I need to label those better because I've got one that's just a surprise one, and that's not the one I wanted. All right, let's look at the next one. So here's Grunt. Here's Grunt. We got Grunt. Because they needed somebody that was more boring than Zap. They looked at Zap and said, "That guy's got way too much energy. What can we do?"
Oh, you guys still aren't asleep? Here, try this one. No, I mean, it's OG13. Absolutely. If you've been asking for it, you got it. You didn't really get it with Grunt unless you took the vest off, right? Like, Grunt was a little modernized, but is this really any different aside from the helmet and the chest? I don't mind it because I like the OG13, but if people weren't, if somebody were joining, say, an 85 and on, and they didn't have the same desire for OG13, I could see them doing an easy pass.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a hell of a lot to say about this Grunt, whereas the other Grunt, there was a whole lot to talk about with that guy when he come out, who was, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Grunt the first figure that we saw? The rifle with the XMR? Wasn't he the first?
I think it was the first one that came with both. I think like both a good M4 variant and that, and they both pegged onto that backpack, that same backpack.
Hmm.
Here's here's the thing that bothers me. Grunt has always been very plain, as I remember him, until they did the radical repaints later in the line. Right? I've never seen Grunt look like he's having much fun. He's always looked like the most plain figure there and overshadowed by everyone just through image. If you read him, like in the stories, he does cool things, he says cool things, he's a cool enough character. But if you look at him on a shelf, he's the start point, and then everything else kind of launched out of him, and nobody goes, Grunt looks amazing today next to this guy. It's like, and there's
And
Grunt.
and in the beginning, he was the face of GI Joe for the first couple of years. He was the face of GI Joe. Everything had Grunt on it, and then after that, after when Duke came along, it became Duke, and then became Snake Eyes. But Grunt, all of the Halloween costume, the old watches, the field canteen sets, all that other shit, the party napkins,
Mhm.
all that shit in 82 and 83 had Grunt on it.
Yeah, and remembering they didn't know Snake Eyes was going to be liked. He was a figurative, they squeezed into the wave, which had no detail, tons of reuse, and they painted it black because that was budgetarily friendly. And
Yeah.
they just threw him into the wave so they could get that extra figure on there, right? But Grunt was supposed to carry them. He was the everyman Joe,
Yep.
right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And so SCS Dog Green Shirt 2.0. I think this makes a better green shirt than the green shirts.
So I know, but the thing is, I weirdly respect this because it is, like I said, OG-13. It is a true kind of grunt. It's the grunt we were kind of used to, plus a modern weapon. So retro just can't retro, right? They just can't retro at retro. But the
Nope.
helmet, everything else, like there's a place for collectors with this, but I wouldn't insult this and say this is a bad figure. It's just, yeah,
Wish he wasn't
derpy.
so
This is
derpy.
the thing. Like they've never really done Grunt a solid outside of giving him that tablet that they reused a billion times after, right?
Yeah.
It was like, why couldn't you give him a better face sculpt? Give him something cool going on, change him around a little bit because you're stuck in the retro, right? I get it, but
Yeah.
I
Let's
wanted
see.
more for him.
I did too. Got K Mac checking in. What's going
Hey,
on, brother?
buddy, what's
And
going on?
Paul is headed to bed. So thanks for
All
hanging
right, good
out
night,
with us
Paul.
for a while, Paul. Um, I like this figure. Like I like Grunt. I love the classified up Grunt. It's such a good figure. I think he's an underrated figure. I think we got him and he was all the rage. And then we got a few figures past him and people kind of forgot about him. And then don't forget there was the whole Grunt for 11.99 at Target.
That's what I was gonna say. Was not only that he was the first real Joe troop builder that they were showing besides the steel core jumpers, where you could have Grunt be a steel core trooper instead with a generic helmet, and then you had these weird clearance prices sightings that were going on all over the place just with that particular guy, where guys were getting them at a reduced rate for a while. So troop building was very achievable with him. So that was the burn on him, but it wasn't like he didn't look any more impressed than he looks right now, really.
So I was I'd not been in the line a super long time when Grunt was released or whatever. And I ordered Grunt. I had Grunt like a month before even Target started getting them. I wasn't doing YouTube yet, and I got Grunt from overseas, and I had him 4 or 5 weeks before. And of course, by doing that, just because I was so excited to get him because I love Grunt, and by doing that, of course, I paid a hell of a premium to get him. And then he shows up here and he's at fucking Target for $12. And
Yeah.
I had like 3 of them. And I didn't even buy all the ones they had. I just bought them, and I kit bashed one, I sold one, and I traded one. But I was like, hey, they just that figures, you know.
Yeah, and it's tough. Like I said, I'm just a dedicated kind of OG connective tissue with Grunt. But the bottom line is, like, this guy's had an uphill battle for his identity forever. He's was the first infantry, and basically every Joe after him was infantry, right? So it's just kind of like, how do you compete as Grunt for attention? Well, yeah.
Yeah,
This
what
is
are you gonna
how,
do? Yeah,
right?
you know, he's like, you could put Zap's head on him, and then he could be Zap.
Well, I mean, I liked Zap for it, but and I said it in my video too, like vanilla in 31 flavors. That is what OG 13 really was. They're kind of doing right by it, but it's not going to be appealing to everybody. We never pretended it would be, like it just isn't.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Yeah.
knew. I mean, we knew what we were, "Oh, we need the OG 13. Give us green shirts." We knew
Yep.
what we were gonna get with them, and as much as I'm like, "Oh, they're so plain, blah, blah," like, that's exactly what I wanted with those guys, and
It
Grunt
depends
does.
on what you're doing with your shelf. I mean, some people want some generic soldiers and things like this. This stuff has potential for guys who do a lot of head swaps to build up a generic squad, that one character's in charge of. But is that your market when you build a figure like this? Probably not.
Yeah. Izzy Trevi says, "I want my retro Grunt to be really retro and come with gonorrhea."
Yeah, exactly. And a bunch of quitting smoking gum and paperwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think yeah, Turk, I think you did. I think we traded. I think, yeah, you think we were the ones you were the one I traded a grunt with. I think it was my last one.
Mm.
And Matthew was right. Like, it wasn't on clearance at Target. They screwed up putting it in the system, and it just showed up for 11.99. All right, so we got one more of these guys to look at.
Yeah. Speaking of playing in the mundane,
Yeah, speaking of why,
but the person who
why
wanted this, please check the box and let you make yourself known. No, there
who
you go. Tuco Viper.
wanted this? Who wanted this? The first one was perfect. All of the things they
And
could have given us a retro card of,
I
they
could
did
still go
this.
pick I could pick this up in a lot of different places still. This is the thing, like, it wasn't like this was the same story as the Cobra eel when they did it with the eel, right? The eel was a weird one. It
Yes,
disappeared
yeah,
fast,
limited, yeah,
numbers, right? But Techno Viper, I was like, really? This is your choice? And then what a strange offset color for that rifle to be. Like, I don't hate on this. Again, if you just joined the line and somehow you aren't able to acquire a classified Techno Viper, prime opportunity to tick that box. But odd choice for this wave.
hold on, let me do something real quick.
Those purples have to be different too. I'm not going to go
They are
grab my
they are.
Techno Viper, but
They are different. Hold on, let me
yeah.
you stop that one real quick and share this one real quick. Um, yeah, go buy this one now on Amazon for 23.74. Much better looking figure and comes with more shit.
Oh yeah,
Tech
like Wrist Tech that has the little
mhm.
data readout. Is that part of the retro one? I didn't notice. I didn't think to look.
uh, no, we're gonna talk about that. So,
Yeah.
but to prove your point, right now he's still on Amazon. I think he's still on Pulse. 23.74. So
Yeah, I mean, my
why?
question isn't whether it's a good figure or a cheaper figure or lower piece count and everything like this. It was like, what was the decision boardroom meeting that said, green light that, let's get this one done? Like, we talk about 18 months or longer for a figure to go from conception to assembly room or production, right? Did they get that bad of a vibe about the Techno Viper back then that they're like, we better get the retro one ready because this is this is going to be a hot baby.
I just like I think most people generally like the Techno Viper, although I know you well, remember when you saw him, you hated him and kept calling him Grimace.
I I don't, yeah. I mean, I understand why people like him. It's just why I didn't like the color set for him. That was all.
Um,
Yeah.
so I I didn't know. I had not heard that this was going to be a retro card that was coming. I didn't. If people knew that, I wasn't one of them. So when I saw this today, literally, I was just baffled. Like nobody needed a retro card. Techno Viper. Is there one person in chat that got Techno Viper and was like, man, really wish they'd do a retro card of this version and make the hose a different color.
I think the only thing he's missing is the actual readout for his gauntlet. I think he even has the gauntlets.
He has the gauntlets. They swap the stand for the very cool, innovative, brand new holographic readout that plugs into the gauntlet. So now he's going to have gauntlets with holes in them just because. And he has a stand that nobody uses.
This is what happens when guys don't go to the meetings.
Yeah, somebody did not read an emails that day. What's up, Snake Eyes?
Yeah.
Retro TV seems like a step back. That is exactly what I said when I saw it posted. I commented on, I think, Jeremy Kimberlin when he posted them on the Facebook group. That's exactly what I said. This is a step back. Nobody needed this.
I just have to go do dad stuff for 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Let's see. Yeah, Techno Viper been on sale under $20 on several occasions. Yep, just wait for another sale. Yeah, I mean, I've seen him for somebody had him around Christmas. Maybe Amazon had him for sale around Christmas for, I want to say he got down to like $12 or $14 on Amazon for a week or two. Like you can probably still go on a GameStop that doesn't sell a lot of shit and buy this dude on the pegs right now.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, is he worthy of the attention we've already given him? That's the actual question. It's like,
yeah,
you've seen this.
It's Techno Viper. We got to talk about him. Yeah, see, this is the one Lego Star Wars kid. Why didn't they do a Range Viper? Everybody would be like, hell yeah, for Range Viper. Why? This motherfucker's definitely going to Ross.
Yeah, and again, I'm like, what was the main driving point that made them greenlight this? Because it just doesn't make sense. And again, I feel like they projected wrong numbers on the other Viper and thought there would be a need for this.
I can only hope that they saw Tuco Viper and was like, we need to do another Techno Viper, make him a little bit younger, and if the back of this guy has 3 stars inscribed between his shoulder blades, I'm gonna be pissed.
Sure you will. I think they saw everything you've done with this and said, you know who'd buy another fucking retro Techno Viper? That guy.
You know what? I probably will buy the son of a bitch just because of Tuco Viper and because I really love the Techno Viper. So for anyone that's interested, again, Kimberlin broke down some of the differences, and I actually noticed one that he didn't have on here. They're slightly different shades of purple. Woo. Silver up here around the collar and this part of this hose. For some reason, this looks like ass to me. Just with part of this being silver and then the hose attachment being black. Does not come with the hologram we talked about. He has the figure stand instead. The hose is black instead of silver, which looks infinitely like cheaper to me.
It's just not consistent at all with the hoses already present on the figure. I agree.
As does the backpack, where they eliminated the purple tanks. Now I know retro, but if they're gonna do it, so hear me out. They took away the awesome purple on his backpack on the tanks, right? So, right, that's the retro. That's what it looked like. Why did they give him one silver weapon or gray, whatever, and then the other attachments are black? If they're going retro, these are silver too. Why?
Yeah,
It is so half-assed.
and that's what I mean by retro. It's just it's a word. It's not a mission statement because like yes, you could say the pieces back in 1984 or whatever, whenever this one came out, they were all like that. Like they were gray and they were black and they were mixed in one little pack with the figure, But the this is almost abysmal. Do you know what I mean? Like and the reason that it's abysmal is because they know they're doing this to an adult market and they're charging 30 odd dollars for a figure now, and we just paid this exact same price for much better,
Yep.
right? And you're going to say, well, this is for the retro feel, and we're going to be like, that's fine. That's why it's at Ollie's today, you know.
And like I love the Techno Viper. I love it. But this figure and the way they did it is a poke in the damn eye to their fan base, I think. No, like
Well,
Stanley saying, do a rarer figure, make range Viper. Like nobody is looking for Techno Viper. Nobody is going, shit, I missed out on Techno Viper.
no, and that's what I was saying before. I think the more I say it, the more I actually start believing my own bullshit. But it's like if you think about timelines and remember what happened with Snow Serpent and with Eel, troop
Yeah.
builders
Yep.
that had issues with the feedback of people that said they weren't available. And they made damn sure this troop builder, the Techno Viper, which people were excited about at first, was
Mm-hmm.
available. And I think, yeah, but you did something else different that time. And that was a common market figure. Right. So, yeah, I think there was a huge misstep in releasing this when they did. But once you get the ball rolling a year and a half ago, you don't tend to stop it without good reason. Right. So,
I will never not think that the Snow Serpent and the Eel were done for nothing but FOMO, like just to drive FOMO because
sure.
they were so hard to get,
Well,
especially Eel.
the eel, sure. The snow serpent, I don't know. That seems a bit more complex when you consider the the cost it was going for as a deluxe set. It was one of the few deluxe sets were coming out at the time that weren't just Hasbro
Mhm.
Pulse, right? Like it was out there. You could buy it off shelf, you know.
Um, was it? Was it on? I thought what
We
was
said
it?
we had it at Toys R Us.
Yeah, we didn't. I don't think it hit shelves here because that was at a time that stuff was not really showing up well here. I don't think
Oh,
it
yeah,
was ever on
maybe.
shelves
It was
here.
a while ago. Nonetheless, I do think they were two separate discussions, the eel and the snow serpent, but they had similar outcomes, right? Which supply and demand, right? So
Yeah. Stanley saying, did Tuco make it to Lenny, Tony, or Emily? No, unfortunately, they were not on the address list for Tuco. If I'd have
mm.
sent that there, I'd have probably never seen it again.
Yeah, and actually I see Billy Butch makes a point about we're not even
Mm,
mentioning the HMS, which brought us more redundancy of the character, again, more
yeah,
palatably done, palative, more palatable, right? But
yeah, yep. So like, will I probably buy this? Yeah, I probably will, but I will probably buy it whenever it goes on sale somewhere. I do want it, but I don't want it for $28, $30 after tax. Uh, this is one of my figures that I'm like, yeah, they're losing me with retro stuff. With most of it is this is another one.
yeah, and I'm the same way, like as this line keeps going, space and figure collecting as a commodity where I start really I keep saying I'm going to filter it down, and then I see an example like this and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to be okay if I don't ever see that in the wild and I'm not pre-ordering it.
Yep. Um, so like I like my Techno Vipers, but the classified one was perfect. It's not something that they've wasted a slot for me with the retros.
Like your techno vipers, way you like your men, purple helmeted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gross.
Kitty. Kitty. Hold on. Well,
Say when.
Well, should we
let's
move
see.
on to the next whatever?
Yep, I'm going to talk about some this thing right here real quick, and I'm going to go make a coffee and get rid of some coffee and give you the screen, but we'll do this first.
Oh dear, what am I going to talk about when you do that?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
have anything up here.
I don't know. You
Well,
knew
shit.
it was going to happen.
No, I hadn't really remembered. Yes, go ahead. Anyways, let's talk about that other thing while I jam in my head.
It's not the thing that you think. It's
No,
this
that's
thing.
fine.
This weekend I am going to try and go to Toylanta down in Duluth, basically Atlanta, outskirts of Atlanta. Um, I'm planning on going down Saturday, so I don't know if anybody in the chat's going. I know Soul Brother number
Mhm.
one was here earlier, and he is going. So if anybody else is going, let me know. You want to meet up and say hi or whatever. I'll be roaming around. I'm going down and I'm going back on Saturday. I'm not staying the weekend. I'm gonna get up, drive down Saturday morning, hang out most all day, drive back. It's a long ass day, but it's a fun show. So if anybody's going, holler at me, or if you see me, I will most likely be wearing my three-star draw Steelers jersey. That's kind of turned into my convention show. So I know like Yojo Depot, toy store I go to, talk about all the time. He's got a booth there, so I'll hang out with him, give him a break if he wants to go run to the restroom or go get food or walk around or whatever. It's a pretty good show. Like this is another one that I wouldn't mind going for the weekend for, kind of like Joe
Mhm.
Fest. Um,
Yeah, it's bigger, right?
eh, probably Joe Fest is probably a little bigger. They're close.
No,
Um,
and I mean bigger. I just mean in general, it's a bigger kind of deal. The Toylanta, Toylanta is one
yeah,
of the first things I heard about when I started
it,
collecting. Right?
it's more. I would say it is more encompassing than Joe Fest, even though there's a great variation of stuff at Joe Fest. There's even more like independence and stuff at Toylanta than
Mhm.
Joe Fest, although a lot of them are doing both shows. That's why I say they're pretty similar in size. They're they're pretty similar. I know last year at Toylanta, they kind of had it set up wonky where they had some of the vendors upstairs in like this mezzanine part, and then the big part was downstairs. And so I know this year they've swapped that around, and some of the panels and things are upstairs, and all of the vendors are down on the main floor. So I actually talked to Jay today at Yojo Depot and saw the layout. I was like, "Well, where are you going to be? Show me where you're going to be, so I know where to go." And like, there's like 100 and something booths there, so I'll do some footage. I did a video last year. If anybody wants to go back and look and see what it's like, um, I've got one out from walking around last year. So yeah, David Faustino, man, Bud, go stop, stop being blue.
These are the
I want to.
places you'll meet guys like David Faustino.
Yeah, you too. You can meet Grandmaster B.
This
Um,
is how he
it's
makes money.
it's funny that I clicked on this because I was trying to remember what this was earlier today.
Uh,
I was talking to Jay. These Tide Realm Corsairs. I think
okay.
they're going to be for sale down there. But
Well,
these guys were sculpted by Four Horsemen.
they look valueless. I don't know how to make
Yeah,
a
they
play on
were.
words with Vala in this, but if you're collecting the black, you'll probably enjoy these with symmetry.
That is exactly what I thought when I knew these were coming, and we finally got to see the black, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I can make that work.
You remember back when the movie Armageddon came out, but so did Deep
Ooh,
Impact, and you were like, both movies are okay, and they were both talk about meteors. It's like these kind of things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, so anyway, I'm looking forward to it. It was fun last year. I wish I could go for the weekend, but can't afford that. And I'm going by myself, so just meeting up
Well,
with
I'd go
whoever.
with you if you just send me a plane or a helicopter.
I see what I can do. I'll talk to my
Yeah.
people.
Hey, I got a question for you. It just occurred to me. Does Punk pay you rights on your commercials for Tuco Viper and Cobra News Now?
No.
Why don't we ever use those when we need a break? Does he have exclusive copyrights on those somehow? Seems wrong if he does.
Because I feel like if I play it over here when I come back, nobody will be here. No. um, so
I'm
let's see.
wondering if every now and then we should have one of those on standby in case I actually am caught flat footed as I am in this particular moment. I do
I,
have very little to talk about, but
I'm trying to. I had something loaded on here. No, the longest thing I've got loaded is 2 minutes, and that's not going to be long enough.
oh dear, you're going to be gone that long? More than 2 minutes?
Yeah, man.
All right, I guess it's opinions time.
I'll be I'll be back, and then
I'll
we'll
be
do.
less than a channel by the time you get back. I will lose all my subscribers and we will have one person in the stream because I'm watching from a different screen. But go ahead.
You'd have to say some crazy shit for that to happen.
No, I don't know. Don't really think I have anything crazy to talk about besides comics and events.
Do you want
Um,
a full screen?
sure. Do I have anything to show and tell within hand? I'll show Connor McDavid a little bit more. Well, are you gone now? Is that it? Yeah, he's gone. Fuck.
Now I'm
Show
gone.
prep 0. Okay, you son of a bitch. All right. So, like I said, guys, I am not a McFarlane collector. I don't do DC. I don't really collect sports figs. I bought some Dragon Import sleeves, but the 6-inch McFarlane line NHL whatevers. Again, here in Canada, I found it at clearance on GameStop, and they haven't been out for more than a few months, as far as I know. These are actually really fun little figs, articulate. You're not going to do much customs on there, but if you're a hockey fan and you're a GI Joe figure type fan, Marvel Legends, Valaverse, whatever, you're many points of articulation. You like posing your figures really well on a shelf. These kind of they scratch that itch, if you would, for that, and it'd be kind of neat to see baseball, football, and other sports figs with this kind of articulation, like they did with starting lineup or whatever the basketball ones we were. But you know, little accessories, and hockey players don't need much, man. Give them a stick and give them a puck, and like I said, it would be nice to get a second head option, but that's good to go. I have been talking to Darren a little bit about Energon Universe and shifting some focus to some of that. I'm kind of curious about your guys' thought on GI Joe and Energon, and if you guys are coming up with have any fun ideas about any of that stuff, let us know, because it seems like I kind of want to go through what we've seen in that a little bit so far, recap kind of some of that. We've never really done a show just dedicated to Energon Joe. What else has been going on? We had some fun doing the 5-on-5 thing that Darren talked about tonight. I'll warn you guys, I barraged him with some AI picks. You guys have been seeing me do AI picks in some of my stuff now. I'm never going to do something that is just fully AI. I'll pose my figs, I'll do things like that, and then I'll convert it from AI. I'll do jokes or set up imagery so I can drive a point or a story home in a video, and that's about it. So if you guys are worried that I'm liking AI too much, it's kind of like what you're seeing is about the extent of it. I'm not going to do videos where I try to have characters move around and talk to each other, things like that. But Yeah, aside from that, I thought these were cool for backgrounds for guys that are looking for backgrounds for their GI Joes right now. I meant to talk about these tonight too. If you go to your local comic book shop right now, you can probably pick these covers up for real cheap, and they're kind of neat little backgrounds to have behind some of your figures and vehicles, as I do on some of my shelves every now and then. But I thought of all the variant collectible covers that seem to survive resale, these ones are actually pretty abundant in my local shop, and they did everything. Like I've got the vamp around, yeah, the vamps over on that shelf somewhere. They've done the Thunder Machine, the Fang, the Hovercraft, the Rattler. Like they've had several of these. So if you're ever looking for something to spice up your Joe shelf and you're just not into buying terrain pieces or something, these are actually like $4 or $5. But comics in general, always fun. Um, I wanted to mention somebody I got a kick out of his video the other day. Lonzo Wilkinson is a guy. I don't have a link to his channel, but most of us know who he is. Evil Dookie definitely knows who he is. Darren, you're familiar with Lonzo Wilkinson?
I know who he is. I don't know him, but I've talked to him in chats a little bit. Yeah, he's a hell of a customizer.
Yeah, he really is. And love the name choice, right? You guys have to look up Lonzo Wilkinson, go right ahead. But, then I made a joke about it in the chat, and then I was like, man, I better explain that a little bit. But he did a video 4 days ago on just the simplest little custom piece of terrain that he did that was so shelf friendly, so photography friendly, and he did a great job explaining it and things like that. And I was like, what a great way for some guys to meet Lonzo Wilkinson outside of figs. Like we all see his custom figs, and that requires a real talent, a real skill set, and everything like that. But the way he broke down and explained his little ruins diorama and what his considerations were when he was doing it for photography, shelf use, things like that. I thought it was a really good video. I highly recommend it for one of his videos. That would be the one I'd say go meet him. If you haven't seen his videos before.
Yeah, he does good work. Really good work.
And if you ever forget how to spell his name, just look up Stalker's file card.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt you, but I was gonna say if you don't know who Lonzo Wilkinson is, you're probably watching the wrong show. Stanley's wondering if that McDavid can be boiled and popped.
And that's just it. I'm sure it could, but as far as capacities go, your shoulders aren't going to fit into a Joe fig, I don't think. I think they're bulkier. They're a different design. Again, it's a McFarlane fig, and we're talking about a guy wearing shoulder pads and hockey gear, right? But yeah, you could probably make different within its own line, boil and pop within other hockey player lines. Yeah. I just don't think the customization would leave the McFarlane line. That's all.
Yeah. And you were talking about Energon stuff, which we are going to do a show about. It just is going to require some planning. But these two newest issues are pretty good, especially this one. 19,
which is
man.
19, and then maybe 20.
Yeah, 20 had good stuff, but 19 did great. So
I collect that cover variant of it, right? But there was the clutch one.
Nice. So they'll probably give us a retro clutch right before the Vamp Mark II comes out.
That one, I kind of hope they do. It's just for all the people that were like, I can live with it, the Vamp, but it burns me that I don't have clutch.
Yeah.
There's enough of those people out there still.
Yeah, we haven't seen another clutch, but we got another Wild Bill coming. So, what's up? Pop Blender is in the house. What's going on, cuz? All right, let's talk about our squads. Let me get this pulled up, and we will see how do this.
I'm suddenly going to be expert of a sport I never follow and barely ever play.
All right, so we kind of approach this two different ways, which is fine. It's funny. It's funny. So I put my guys together, and I was thinking, like, in anything, like, what would these guys do? this two squads like in a battle or playing sports, doing whatever. Like I tried to pick two all around teams whose absolute goal was to destroy each other. And I didn't name them. I didn't go through making logos or any of that stuff this time. And Crow actually had them really competing against each other.
Well, God damn it, you were busy. we didn't get too descriptive.
No, this was a very loosely planned topic for fun.
You said final five, and I took you very literally.
um, do you want to show yours? Let's show yours first, because
you have them there. Yeah, I gave mine team names and everything, right? So
I do have them. So
I
did not do nearly as many. Like I have three pictures for all of mine, but I was crunched for time.
Yes, so you are a very busy man. People don't know how busy you actually are these days. So,
and it's gonna get worse. So let's take a look at these here. So I'm gonna give this full screen. Tell us what's going on in here.
This is my Joe team, strategically developed here in Canada to be the best basketball team. It definitely destroy anything you have coming forward because each of those guys brings a skill set. That's what I came up with. So you got Helix, Storm Shadow, Cover Girl, Stalker, and Gung Ho.
The co-ed team there.
Oh yeah, but there's a strategy to all of it, and that's what I thought you were doing too. So I was like, I gotta outthink Darren, the brilliant mad scientist from down south. So
mine does have a strategy, a little different type of strategy applied to a little bit different field. So you ready for the next one?
Yeah. Yeah. So the deal is Gung Ho. I guess I'm explaining this unit, am I? Why am I at that point? Do I have to explain why I chose these guys?
No, you don't have to yet. It's just It's easier to look through yours.
I just told Darren, send me a picture of one of the guys, or send me a name of one of the guys, and he sent me. Okay, well, I got this guy on my roster, so I got a picture ready of this. Of Gung Ho coming at Zartan. Zartan wielding him out with his monkey paw.
I just noticed that. Like, oh my god!
Won't touch you. Well, there's a reason he doesn't want to touch Gung Ho.
Oh yes, there is. Do you want to go through all of these before I show my squad?
No, show your squad. You're going to explain the composition later. People will get behind that.
All right, let me open up a new.
Are you going to show the squad these guys would play against? Is that the idea?
If you want me to show that now, I can.
That would make more sense. But I mean, I don't know. Nothing made sense when we did this.
No, you're right. Not much made sense when we did this.
We said we would get this together on the fly. I'm just trying to help do that.
And we are definitely getting this together on the fly. So, all right. So the squad that those guys are going to play against, and like I said, I didn't do many. Is going to be these guys.
The spinning circle of death. No. Oh my god. You're using scrap iron and metalhead. What the hell game were you picturing, man? This isn't friendly basketball.
No, this is to the death as Metalhead's doing this gender reveal party over here. I don't know what's going on over there.
The pink rocket smoke. It's Orgasmo. Dildo rockets fired.
It's a girl. It's gonna blow you up.
All right then.
No, I never want to see those 50s again. Never.
Poor Scrap Iron. I'm looking at Scrap Iron. He looks as depressed as a man is. He's thinking, guy has access to AI in the world, and he still won't fix my face.
Yeah, he this is Cobra's version of Grunt. with the head sculpt, and
Why does
somehow
it
I
go ahead? Go ahead.
was gonna say, and somehow it turned Firefly into a Siamese cat because that's what his
So
head looks like.
you're looking at his cat. I'm looking at from the waist, it just pan out just a little bit. Okay,
Like his
it gets
ass is
better at
in
the
front.
knees. It looks like his waist was turned around, like he's got a diaper on or something there. Depends are under there.
It does. Oh my
I've been in
god,
the
he's
field
like
for 4 months. Shut up.
SpongeBob SquarePants wearing
Yeah.
Firefly's costume. So my theme was I wanted to pick somebody, pick a team that could just dominate in anything, absolutely obliterate the other team. So got 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 Metalhead, got Scrap Iron, Major Blood, Firefly, and Zartan. So combat basketball.
I was so unprepared. I literally designed my team around a friendly basketball game. We have zero tactical, and none of my guys even have their guns with them. They brought the freaking ball. Stalker's like, I've never felt so deadly. Wait, what's going on?
All right. So can
Uh,
can Metalhead, Scrap Iron, Firefly, and Major Blood and Zartan beat these guys in a game of basketball?
okay, after basketball, I guess we're dead, but yeah, I totally thought you were building a basketball team, Darren. And
That would have probably been a good idea, huh?
I thought I was being genius with my team. And I realized, like, no, we're all going to die after the game now. All right.
So tell me about the traits of your team and why you picked these guys.
Okay. First off, I don't want anybody to. I didn't realize he wasn't going to pick Big Lob, so I was going to take Big Lob, and I was like, well, that's a little on the nose, but he will never see me using Stalker. And before you think anything poorly about my mindset, what, you don't think Stalker played ball when he was in that gang in Detroit? Come on, played ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he'd know how to do it dirty, which is what you're going to need when you're playing ball at professional level against Cobra, right? Helix is the brain. You're just not going to be able to shift tactics in the middle of a ball game without Helix already realizing what's going on. The way her what is it? Her weird ability to calculate physics and strategy and everything. Yeah, her intuitions makes her probably like the team leader, really, when it comes to telling everybody where to be on the court to stop Cobra. Cover Girl's there to get fouls called because she'll put her body right everywhere, and then she will make claims, and the ref will have to, sign on the error caution. So Cobra's going to get lots of fouls because they're going to be hands all over Cover Girl because she's Cover Girl. She's covering everybody, right? And Storm Shadow is just, I figure a ninja can dunk better than anybody, right? But my pride is the secret weapon of Gung Ho. Because you have the slide why he is the secret weapon. He's the most disturbing weapon because nobody messes with a greased up Cajun out there.
And they've already went through one can of Crisco.
Oh yeah, he needs one every quarter, right? Because he sweats that shit off. He rubs it off on other players. But yeah, that's the secret weapon is the greased up Cajun, which is why Zartan can't touch him.
Time out for the Crisco grease rub. Oh my god! And I like the fact that this camera is showing this while the game is still actually going on back here.
Oh yeah, that's the pre-show, right? Like nobody's there to watch those guys. They're all watching him get rubbed down with Crisco. But he didn't. It's not like he's the only one that does it, Darren. You know very well you're guilty of it too.
Oh yeah, well, don't we all?
Well, yeah. I mean, we caught one of your guys coming over.
That's right. So let's see. Let's get this guy right here.
Yeah. See, you think we didn't see that? We knew. he had different reasons for using it, I'm sure.
Yeah, had to do with the couch.
But
And I get we got. Let's see, got
I
this
mean,
one.
he makes Gung Ho makes pinned elbows look good.
Actually, they're gone here.
Yeah, yeah. They're just filled with good Crisco.
They're
Filled up all
covered
the
in
gaps.
Crisco.
Didn't put it on his pants, clearly.
Yeah, right. Body
Yeah.
massage. Ooh, body massage. Oh, look at me. I'm dead sexy.
Why they put the Steve Austin sports jersey on him, I don't know. It defeated the whole Crisco thing, but yeah, glistening.
Helps get the jersey on easier.
Yeah.
You have 4 more. Do you want me to get into those or do you want me to wait? Because those are your Cobras. Does that mean we need to see
Oh,
my
let's
Joes
do.
now?
Yeah, do your Joes now.
Okay. All right. Let's remove that. We're still here, I promise. We're just not on screen.
It's nice.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm
to
getting
judge.
changed.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll get changed back before we go.
You went to go get the Crisco, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That's one I wanted to show. So this is my team of Joes. We
Oh,
got
wow. The
Roadblock.
Wolf Spider. Parth Varma is in there.
You got Parth Varma, got Leatherneck, Flint, and Mutt and Junkyard, who apparently his father was a Rottweiler and his mother was a Doberman. They couldn't decide what Junkyard was. And I'm like, fuck it, good enough.
Yikes.
So here's my Joes. I was trying to find an all-around squad that could absolutely decimate in anything. So we got my counters to my Cobra team.
I would say that watching your Joe team and watching your Cobra team fight would be probably my most favorite episode of Joe as a cartoon. You've got all the right elements in here. Parth Varma from out of nowhere.
Well, I was thinking that my team needed a team doctor. We needed a medic. Doc, as much as I love Doc and he is my favorite, Doc is a pacifist and I just don't really like Lifeline. Wolf Spider is roping in with a fucking shotgun to save some lives and take some more. So he is my team medic.
So what gets me is because I know I don't know how much you filtered, how many times you filtered this through AI to get this final result, but I see actors in this. Like I see Thomas Jane playing Flint on the corner there. I see Josh Brolin as Leatherneck. And I can't remember the guy's name that played Luke Cage in the Netflix stuff, but that's who I see as Heavy Duty. Like it's just those faces look like they were kind of taken from that. Did you input anything else besides figures?
So I'm trying to. So Roadblock was trying to think. Roadblock was a comic of V2 Roadblock.
Mhm.
It was the comic version of V2 Roadblock. Wolf Spider was one of the actual figure pictures of Wolf Spider.
Yeah.
Leatherneck was the comic version of Leatherneck. Flint was the cartoon version of Flint. And Mutt and Junkyard was the original A Real American Hero card art.
That's just fascinating that just the looks that they gave them, it's just, whatever. That's fun.
And when I typed it in, I did type in their code names and what property they were from, but that was it. This was the only prompt that I did for this picture. This was the first one that it gave me.
Well, I don't know how well Junkyard plays basketball, but the rest of the team looks pretty solid.
What's up, Viper Scout, Downtown Shooting Guard, Stalker Point Guard, Big Lob Center, Roadblock Power Forward, and Flint Small Forward. And Robert Downey Jr. is what do you mean, you people?
Yeah. I'm the dude playing a dude that rhymes like a dude.
All right, let's look at Crow's Cobras.
Okay, so clearly I have to defeat that team on the court. I don't know if, yeah, of course I am. I've assembled another maniacal squad.
You have indeed. Let's see. Let me get these guys ready. So, um, I don't know if that one. Did you want to see the one with Stalker on down on the floor, or did you want to see the
You
group pick
can
first?
show do the group pick. Yeah, it don't matter. But yeah, I really didn't have an order in mind, so you can just pick whatever your
Okay, I
cursor's on.
saved them in the order you sent me. So,
Yeah, so this is my ultimate five right there. You've got Tomax and Zaymont because I think wouldn't the passing plays be beautiful between two people like that? Uh, Nemesis Enforcer. He's also Nemesis Defender, Nemesis Fowler, Nemesis 3-point guard. uh, Road Pig because I just wanted the huge dreadnought factor. And just when Road Pig's covering you, it's going to take you about a minute and a half to get around him. And then we have our 3-point shooter, the Frag Viper, because if anybody's dunking 3-pointers from the point, he is him, right?
yep,
So,
he's hitting
yeah,
threes from the other side, from the paint on the
yeah,
other side.
exactly. He'll go to the parking lot and hit a three. So
Let's see. So I got this one.
yeah, so I did this one because I wanted to see what the AI filter would do with it. But yes, I used this Nemesis Defender because of the back feature. I was like, well, he could use his wings to block the net, or no ball gets past him, and I went with no ball gets past him. Right?
No, nothing's getting past this guy.
No,
If he had his other wings on, I mean, he could literally swat it out of the sky while he was in the
and
sky.
And say what I will, I don't care about Big Law, but good God, I paid $36 for them. I'm going to use these hands where I see fit.
That basketball is gonna get used somewhere.
It got passed around like a basketball, son.
So, so the left hand, you put in Big Lob's other hand too, right?
Oh yeah. The
Matches
flesh
the
tones
hand.
don't match the neck or the head, but they will match each other.
I
And it
wasn't
needed
even
some
looking at
putty.
that. I was
Yeah.
looking at the size. I'm like, because Stalker's other hand should be way smaller, but I'm like, oh, that's Big Lob's hand. So that's good. So let's see. So there's the squad. There is.
Cobra Kai.
I love it.
Yeah.
There they are. No spectators allowed.
Yeah, I accidentally, what was it? I was trying to say in front of a crowded, but with a crowded, or something like that, with a crowded, and it went without a crowded. It gave me an empty, and I was like, well, that is Cobra. And so
You
empty theater,
got, got
empty
some
arena.
judges. Got some judges or some. I guess
Yeah.
the commentators. King Ezekiel's sitting down here
Oh
in the
God,
second
yes.
row.
Mr. Mega Dread.
Where's Shiva?
Yeah.
And then
Oh
over
no,
here,
that was it for the Cobra one. Again, wanting to play basketball, figuring Tomax and Zaymont are the ones that are going to go for the points, while the other two goons stay in front of them and keep Joe off them. In a bullet field game, which like you were picturing, I don't know if I'd do as well. But yeah, look at what it did to Nemesis Immortals friggin' snakes. I
yeah,
like that.
that's cool.
I like it knew to do that without me saying, do that.
That's cool. The ref with the Cobra, like I have a feeling this game is a little bit lopsided. This game's gonna be a little biased.
Well, this is a mix between G.I. Joe, basketball, and WWE, right? It's that kind of story arc.
Yep. Did you set all these guys up back here, or did it put them in?
No, they just put them in. And once you say a G.I. Joe theme, anything,
Yeah.
it'll call on a memory, right? So
Shadow Tracker by the commentators. Old Shadow Tracker. Shadow Tracker.
found his face and quit.
So, and then, so we've shown my guys. Let me go back because I did make I actually showed it and then I skipped past it. I made a versus a collage picture where I just stuck them together. So there's my guys versus each other. So if my two teams were fighting, yes, so Destro showed up twice. So one was his son, one was Alexander. So my thinking with this was I was trying to come up with two teams that would obliterate people each other on the battlefield or in a basketball game. I think in a basketball game, I think the Joes are going to win unless Cobra cheats. On a battlefield, you got Roadblock who's trying to take out Scrap Iron and Metalhead. You kind of got Flint versus Major Blood as kind of the commander, the squad leader, team captain. You got Mutt and Junkyard and Firefly who can both sneak around and do shit. I guess as can Zartan, but then I had Leatherneck there to just kind of suppress Zartan because I thought that would be a pretty good fight if those two got a hold of each other. And that's not Ninja Force Zartan. That's just regular old assassin Zartan.
See, you say Joe would win, but I think Cobra steals it from them in the end, and I think it all has to do with Zartan taking the form of Wolf Spider or Flint at the right time to intercept the ball and run it back to win the game. Right, like he makes them screw up and pass him the ball by shape shifting into someone.
What if it was Junkyard?
Yeah, no one suspects Junkyard.
Nobody.
And it was Zartan the whole time. Hard on the knees, but it was worth it for the win.
Nobody. It's like Manimals.
Yeah.
Oh God, what was the show? The show with the dude that turned into was that was Manimal?
Right? That was Manimal, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was like. Did I get that right? Yeah, that's what it was. So what do you think about like my squad of Joes versus your squad of Cobras? I think it's a pretty good matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I'm constantly a promotion man. I'm going to tell you, my team will win all day. But I really don't have much faith in the endurance of my Tomax and Zaymont. I think when it comes down to a couple of burly dudes trying to take a ball away from them, eventually they lose the day. And then my big goons aren't as agile as what is left on your team. So I could concede a lose would make sense for me.
I don't know. You got some brutes on there.
I think if we just kept giving the ball to the Frag Viper, we're fine. Just everybody defend the Frag Viper and let him lob it, bounce it, do his Harlem Globetrotter shit.
Just hammer in some threes. So
yeah.
Let's see. Hold on me. There we go. Now.
No, we're back. Hi.
Yeah, let me get back. No, that's not what I want.
That's what they want.
What about that? Damn. I hate the way it does this sometimes. There we go.
Oh, Jesus, I'm gonna jump scare myself. Don't look directly into the screen.
All right. So that was kind of a last minute kind of fun, silly topic where we basically just got to throw some squads together and see who we thought might win in different fights. So I think in basketball, you put together a hell of a squad for both sides.
Next time
I was really thinking battle.
Yep. Next time we're gonna have more time to talk about what we mean. But that was either way. We weren't putting any pressure on each other to be more descriptive. I could have pulled more information from him. He could have pushed. We've been busy.
So thank God for render reveals today, huh?
Yeah.
I will really ain't got much else to talk about, but I do want to touch on something. I'm not gonna go into a ton of detail.
I want you to.
I know, but I don't feel like it's my place to.
No, I have So,
to
strong
to
feelings. That's all.
open the dam up.
Hmm.
But so there's a person that shows up, comes in a lot of these chats, a lot of the groups, a lot of the toy stuff, and some stuff that's not toy stuff. And a person comes in and instigates, and um it's one of these people that forces their beliefs on you, and if you aren't with me, you're my enemy, and really invasive. Um, really has no business hanging out in like toy forums, and really belongs more in like an Alex Jones type of chat room, and has really crossed a line a lot of times with various people,
Yep.
and um, sent sent people messages, like personal messages, semi-threatening messages, talking shit to them, talking about, calling them names, degrading stuff, semi-threatening messages. Like, I just not a place for it. And if you see that kind of shit like in your chat, I'm not the person that should tell you who you should let. If you've got a channel or an Instagram or whatever, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you shouldn't let this person in or this person, whatever. But if it's somebody that comes in and is always starting some shit and trying to start shit and instigate, and you let it go for a little bit or ignore it or let it slide, sooner or later, even if you talk about things that this person's got some values in line with, even if you talk about things that line up with some of what they believe, the second that you say something that they don't agree with, they're going to tell you what kind of piece of shit you are and call you names and call you slurs. Like, I don't feel like that has any place in, I do this as a hobby. I do this to relax and enjoy myself and do escapism. And I don't enjoy that in the toy stuff. So
So,
if you notice something like that, somebody like that in your chat, keep an eye on them, because the second that you say something they ain't gonna like, they're gonna fucking attack you. And it's happened to several people now, and it happened again yesterday, and they're dragging other people into it. I got drug
that's
into it this time personally.
yeah, you got drug into it, and that doesn't mean I got drug into it. That means you
Yeah,
got drug into
yeah,
it.
yeah,
But I sure as shit have an opinion on this. Can I go off for a minute?
yeah.
All right, because I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to do any of that, right? The problem is that there are other content creators with different styles out here, and sometimes they will get political. And when you get political, you're asking people to view your channel as a different delivery system, and then they take it elsewhere. And when it starts going elsewhere, you start bringing it to people who are ill prepared to even go down those avenues on their channels. And then that starts coming to what's called harassment, where you start making it about you and not the content of that channel, not that live stream, not that guest, not that topic, whatever you want to talk about. And when you get upset, you then message those people and harass them there. Whatever stage you're looking for, you're not fucking getting it. Fuck off. End of rant.
Yep, pretty much. And Gasland. So no, I'm not gonna name names, but I made a banner here, and if you're around in enough of these chats, you can probably pick up on who
Oh,
it is.
I'm sure if this, yeah, it's a matter of time before he makes himself known to when he wants to be known, right?
Yeah.
It's
Um,
usually not a problem. They're not always like this, but when they're like this, it's time to tell them that.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they'll see this, maybe not. I'll know because I'll get a bunch of crazy hate fucking filled crazy rant ass messages and sound like they're fucking crying in it. But um I just if you got a channel, if you got an Instagram, you got whatever, and you start noticing somebody that comes in and does this, like keep a close eye on them because you
Just
never know what
yeah.
somebody's gonna do or say, and there's some wacky ass crazy fucking people out here.
That's right. And honestly, because somebody does something controversial on one show and everybody knows about it, and they choose not to talk about it on their show, that's their choice for their show. That's their brand, that's their product, that's what they were doing before that issue came up. For you to go after them because they are not exercising some voice that you imagine in your head they should be exercising, that's about you. That's not about the person that you're doing this to. I know it's been called out, Cobra Emperor or whatever, when he did something similar, that got called out. We're not talking about him tonight. That's not the same guy.
No, not talking about that dude.
Absolutely
But
not him.
I mean, he's annoying as fuck too. I don't like him either. But
Either
no,
way, he's
we're
not
not
guilty
talking
of
about him.
this.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's. I don't think he's ever been in here. So, uh, yeah. So I don't know. I don't. It's not my place to highlight like what made me make a whole point out of this. So I don't want to name names or whatever. But like this time, I was put in it, and like, homie, don't fucking play that.
Oh, that was
So
irritating to see. Yeah.
what'd you
And
do?
guys, like it's something we do talk about with other content creators is our relationship with the people who subscribe to our channel that we talk with outside of the channel parameters. Like there's people we get along with as, cohorts, as friends, as casual acquaintances, or just as, hey, I know you from the chats. I'll talk to you like I know you from the chats. And then there's somebody who will push that much, much further. And this is why it gets addressed, is because when it gets that much, much further, right, you're invading this person's time that they're trying to spend outside of their channel with their family, with their friends, and you're making your issue with them. It's not going to fly, right? So just a content creator that's responsible with the channel will do everything they can to maintain a positive relationship with you. But when a boundary gets crossed, we have a responsibility to say, hey, it's happening. Pay attention, please. Right? It's our community we're talking about,
Yeah, like I
whether
said,
you like that word or not.
we don't get too. We try not to get too serious over here and bring up too much of the drama and shit. But when people that you're tight with and get drug into it or part of it, and then you get made part of it, like I said, Crow wasn't. I was,
Yeah.
but his feelings, I believe, are the same. Once in a while, you got to address it, and so just because you don't like somebody, don't mean that somebody else doesn't have to not like them because you have some stupid reason not to, and you project your hatred onto other people. Like that's fucked up. And if I got whole other reasons for for way I feel, but don't make something you think and project it on me, and then I'm the piece of shit because I'm I don't have your feelings. I'm not the piece of shit you are. It don't
And,
work that way.
and please stop using, made up name profiles and then calling other people cowards. Like that's just ironically stupid.
Yeah, yeah. That's the other thing when you don't want to engage because you just don't want to put your energy into it, and the person is fucking off their rocker, then they call you a coward because you don't want to fucking have a day long 500 message back and forth argument with them. Just don't act like a bitch. Just drop it.
Give
But
energy to toxic points,
yeah, because
right?
that's all it is it's just straight toxicity.
Yep.
Um,
Anyways,
so yeah, I mean, I probably could have been a little bit more specific, but it's not my place to name names right now. If it comes to it, I will, but I'm sure you're going to hear more about it. Anyway, so Crow, what do you got coming up over on Crusty Old Crow channel?
Well, it was up in the living room before I came down for my smoke, but I'm working on the 83 file cards now because I did the 82, and I had more than one person say I could do 83 and they'd watch it, so I will. So whether or not I'll do right up to 94 or not, I don't know. It's kind of an easy project to do by comparison to a video review, so
Yeah.
that'll be doing that, and then should have a couple of new figs hopefully in the mail. I'm expecting Zartan Special Forces sometime in the near future, Crazy Legs possibly, and then the Ostriker if it makes it through this, or not the Ostriker, the Acid Rain thing if it makes it through the streets of Hamas.
If it gets through the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Billy Butch, the file card video, I was like, I wonder how he's going to do this, and I watched it, and I'm like, damn, that's pretty good. That's a good idea for a topic. So go through, look at the file cards, take a look at some of those, because when you get into the, like, if you're going to keep doing them, which I hope you do, like, eventually, you know, when you get into like 85, especially like 85 and 86, when the roster grows, there's characters in there that, unless it's somebody's favorite character by chance, there's going to be things in those file cards that I guarantee a lot of people are going to be like, oh shit, I forgot that.
Well, that's the other part, was like I mentioned it when you were gone, like I'm going to do them, but I think also when I get up to 85, 86, 87, I have to break the years up into two separate videos. I think in order for it to be watchable for people, I think keeping it in a 15-minute, under 20-minute time frame is right. But if we go up to 88, like, yeah, I have to break that stuff up. Yeah.
Yeah. You start getting
so there's projects for me. That's good, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you?
Years where there's 40 characters.
Yeah. And I'm not putting my input or anything on the file cards. I'm just reading the file cards, dude. It's like, I'm not putting a spin on it. So, but what do you got coming up?
So Wolf Grim, how you doing? I really ain't got shit coming up, honestly, that I know of. I don't have, I'm still waiting on something that's coming from another area, and I don't know when that's going to be here. Other than that, I don't think, other than the Joes that we've all got ordered, I'm going to go down, like I said, to Toylanta on Saturday is my plan. Probably will pick up a couple of things down there. I have the Savage Crucible exclusive pre whatever ordered or arranged to pick one up. So I'm not going down there to buy a bunch of shit. I'm just kind of going down there for just to go and experience and, you know, shoot a little content, see people.
I was going to say, you're bound to see something new there, right?
Yeah. There's stuff there I want to see, like those pirate dudes I showed earlier, and this Brutal Realm, just various stuff. Let's see. Are you filming at Toylanta? Yeah, I will be, but I won't be live. I'll just be like, have my GoPro and my phone. So I'll be making a video out of whatever I do down there. Turk saying it gets sketchy around 88. Remember Back to the Future?
Again, just going to read the carrot. Not going to put my opinions on some of them.
So
take lots of photos of what I can.
Dookie, funny story. I did not. So Dookie sent me a couple of stickers, one for me, one for Pop. And I was going to see Pop the very next day, which I did last Friday. And I had the sticker. We had a family birthday party over at his mom's house. I went over there. I had the card. I had a couple other things. I had the sticker. Was trying to keep it separate. Didn't want, or, you know, I didn't want to put the sticker in the card, and I didn't want to put the sticker in my pocket. So I was just carrying them out. And got over there and took the card in, and I didn't take the sticker. And I'm like, oh shit, I got to go out there and I got to get that sticker for Paw Blender. So his mom gave me a piece of cake. Like, I'll go put this in the truck and I'll grab the sticker. And I went out there and I couldn't find that son of a bitch anywhere. I looked through my console, through my seats, my floorboards, my back floorboards. And I was like, dude, I got your sticker from Dookie, but I don't know where it is. I guess I left it at home, but I don't know how because I distinctly remember carrying it to the truck, like with the card. I was like, I'll find it. Couldn't find it. The next day, I went out and it somehow I must have moved my thumb or something the way I was carrying it, and it fell. And it was on the ground right beside my truck. And I'm like, well, it didn't blow away, so no, but I will. I have it. It's in the other room. So yeah, at least I got the card. So I was pissed too because I was proud of myself that I remembered to grab it, and then I got over there and it was nowhere to be found.
So just remember, when you send 3-star draw something, shipping and handling is one thing. You don't know what's going to happen once he gets it.
Yeah, once it's my turn to handle it,
Yeah.
But
no, then he hears
that.
what we do with Tuco Viper, and we're even, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you got that Crisco idea from somewhere. All right, we're gonna get out of here, you guys. 33 of you still watching somehow, so thank you. Hit that like. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight for silly last minute topic, and we'll be back to hang out with you in a couple of weeks. So, bye, y'all. Thanks.